What's up, fuckers? Welcome back to the live stream. How we doing? Fucking Scorpion, All's there, Ninja. How we doing today, folks? Thanks for liking the stream as you came in, by the way. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. Let's talk about this trucking stream, huh? What happened to your mic? I didn't put it in front of my face, which makes it more difficult for you to hear me. Weird how that works. I actually just forgot to pull it over here. I'm what the kids call a dumbass. Not a not good bad streamer. I'm glad you're doing well, all this there. All this there. All these nuts. Matt quit using his microphone. Yeah, microphones are for fucking losers. Microphones are for people that want to be heard, and I want to stay in silence. I want to stay in silence and stay quiet. All these nuts, thank you, Allsdare. Did I say that or did you? I think I said that first. Hey, we're doing a trucking stream today. Y'all know the deal. We're gonna play trucking game and usually when we do trucking streams, it's like, wow, did he really just say that? Oh my god. Mack drops a racist commentary in the chat while playing American truck. Someone coming in having no idea who I am would just think I'm fucking crazy. Osdare is a Gaelic form of Alexander. You got me first, got him. How do I pronounce it? Am I pronouncing it right? Mac, I back. Welcome back, Ninja. We missed you. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna take some goddamn big ass loads and fucking drive them somewhere. That's what we're gonna do today. I need somewhere to refill my gas and repair my truck because your boy's truck is not in the best condition. This is the spot right here. That's excellent. It's only an hour drive away. Alas dare? Is that correct? Alas dare? I was thinking, I'm not sure how I'm doing money-wise. I have $326,000. I could probably buy another driver, another truck and another driver for that truck, so I can keep bringing more money in. I've got 3 slots for trucks and drivers in this place. I could buy some more trucks. Hi, Sussy. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. How are you today? Let me just back my. Let's not immediately get into an accident. We got in way too many accidents last stream. We're gonna go ahead and try to avoid doing that again. That's what I want. I want to not crash my multi-$1,000 truck and have to repair it. That would be ideal. Hey, what's up, Solid? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way, and I appreciate that. I'm doing good. I'm having lamb for dinner tonight. I still, to this day, have not eaten lamb. And it really feels like something I ought to have done by now as a meat consumer. This is not the right spot to turn. Or killing anyone on the road. Killing people I'm less worried about. I just don't want to damage my truck. How did I switch into neutral just now? How many victims is going to be this stream? Just passing by and liking the stream. Good luck for not getting involved in a hit and run. Thank you, Double G. I appreciate that. Have a good night, my friend. Thanks for liking the stream. That's very sweet of you. And if you haven't liked the stream already, a bit cringe. How many orphans is enough, Mac? Well, we're not really quantifying based on that because no one wants them to begin with, so like it's not the end of the world. You can't count orphans because they don't count. You know what I'm saying? Woo! My truck's making some sounds. Sounds like it needs to be repaired. We're on our way to get it done. I like the stream, therefore I'm based. That's exactly how it works. That's exactly how it works. Why are you going? Why was that car going? I swear to God, like the people in this game who turn right on red, they'll do it when they do not have the space to do it. It's really annoying. See, that's why Batman became rich, or maybe he was born rich, wasn't he? You don't just become rich. You're either born rich or you're not. This is a parking lot. This was not the turn I was supposed to go to. Hi, Jenkins. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Salad? How we doing, boys? Thanks for liking the stream on your way in. I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate you having my comic script on your mind. You're probably busy most of the time. Yeah, sorry. I just haven't gotten around to it. I will. I promise. Billionaire parents. Okay, yeah. So Mr. Wayne was born wealthy. He didn't even like. People always talk about his superpower is that he's smart enough to use his money to build his suits or whatever. Yeah, well, his real superpower was being born into money. We're not going to talk about what just happened, okay? Because goddamn, you cannot just make money in this world. You got to be born into it. I said we're not going to talk about it, LS Dare. How do you get your hair like that? It does it on its own. All I do is maintain it. I have no say in the matter. I can't fucking see. Also, like with money, having good hair, you have to be born with it. I mean, that's that's not entirely true. Anybody can have good hair if they maintain it well enough. Unless you're like one of those motherfuckers who's going bald but won't just accept it. You know what always bothers me about, like, okay, bald is not always a good look. Like, a lot of people can rock bald. You know what nobody can rock? Nobody can rock the going bald look. No one can rock like the receding hairline comb over. No one can rock like where you just had like the band of hair around the back. No one looks good with that. I don't understand why some of these people don't just accept that they've lost their hair and shave the rest of it off. Because you would look so much better just accepting it and going with the shaved look rather than having like some of these awful middle-aged man looks. If I ever get to a point where I'm like clearly going bald, I'm just gonna shave it all off. Like, yeah, I still have some hair, but it's not working, bro. Like the stream reminder just said it's live chat. I have a session running in an hour. How about you run some bitches in an hour? Bitch. What's up, Bill? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. For the hair thing, Keeps actually works. It just takes many months. I'll keep that in mind if I start losing my hair. Some can rock the bald circle on top. I don't know about that. If I ever start to go bald, I'm just gonna go with the friar look. You know, where you just have the band of hair that goes like around, like it's on the forehead and it wraps around and it's just a ring of hair, but you're bald right on top and on the sides and back. That's what I'll do. I don't think I'd want to shave to the skin every day. Maybe trimmers. I don't want to cut my head every day. Well, that's fine. Trimming would be fine. Just as long as you aren't sitting there like... I just don't understand comb-overs. Like, it's such a cope thing. It never looked good. Like, you're not fooling anybody with a comb-over into thinking you're not going bald. You just look bad. Quit yawning, you dumbass trucker. By the way, just for the record, the title of this stream, I couldn't think of what to come up with, so I looked up trucker shirts. And I stole a quote off a trucker shirt. Bald with a beard is a good look, though. The Kratos look! We've been having this argument in the Discord, and well, it's not really an argument, it's more just like one or two people who won't accept facts that Kratos is fucking hot. Had a widow's peak since I was like 10, but I recently started seeing some thinning. But after doing the pills, I have recovered like over 10 years of hair after a year or so. That's fantastic, Bill. I'm happy for you. Damn, I don't know why this repair center is so far. I don't know why this gas station is so far away. There's like no gas around me. I mean, that look only works if you're built. See, that is one possible flaw. No, actually, it can work if you're skinny too. You know what doesn't work? Bald, no facial hair, large glasses, which is what I wear, which is why I can never go bald, because I don't look good with a beard. Because bald, no facial hair plus glasses just makes you look like a skinhead, and that's not what you want. But the bald and beard, I feel like it can look good with for skinny guys too. Remember thinking Kratos is hot isn't gay, it's just an appreciation of beauty. Thank you, Death and Roses. I'm glad you agree with that, because it's facts. Shit. Turned in the wrong spot. There we go. Kratos is super hot. And anybody who disagrees is just unwilling to accept facts. The volume thing, it's a sacrifice all streamers make. The hairline for success is a content creator. It's your return. It's your destiny to mold. Fuck! I don't have anything else I could sacrifice. I can't like give away my firstborn child. Cause like I don't want them to begin with. I won't miss them. Kratos is just the whole package when you think about it. And I want his whole package. Only 265 bucks? I'm this damaged and it's only 265 bucks? Damn, insurance rocks. Shout out insurance. Now let's talk about, I want to buy a truck. And get another driver. What's the one? The other truck I have in operation right now is a Western Star. Did you see the new JGK trailer, Mac? Told you it looks good. I have not looked at it. I didn't know there was a new trailer. Are there any Mack dealerships? Where are the Mack dealerships? Have I unlocked any? One's all the way in California. I don't want to go to California. The only Mack dealership I've seen is in California. I'm not going to California. Fuck that. I don't know how I feel about Dio voicing him. I'm trying to remember who the fuck Toji is now. You only have reasonable insurance because you aren't reporting all the collisions of other cars. That's because we're not talking about them, Alasdair. Bye, Bill. When you're done with your cringe game, we'll see you later. Let's try to buy online. You need to own at least 3 trucks before you can buy online. Well, then I'll buy this one truck and I'll fucking have it, dude. God. it only West Coast? No, I don't think so. I just haven't discovered other dealerships. Do you play Dungeons & Dragons or Magic the Gathering? I have played both. I wouldn't say I'm like a dedicated player of either. This is their biggest truck. I can buy it. How does it compare to my truck? Because I might just take it for myself. I do like the truck I have now, but you know, there's always room for an upgrade. It's pretty nice in terms of the interior. Nice color. You got like the dash GPS. That's always good. My current truck is really powerful though. That's one thing we have to look out for. But that does look really nice. That's a nice truck right there. So my current truck is 600 horsepower with 2,050 pound torque and 1,200 RPM. Does that have stats on how fast I can crush a family car? All I can speak of is on experience. Just got a call from mainland China. I wonder if it's definitely a scam. Toji is Megami's dad, the cursed energyless dude. Oh, right. Oh, Dio's voicing him? Interesting. Found out about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared today. It's awesome. Want more Fever Dream shows that I've been missing. I can't say I've ever actually watched all of those. I know they exist, but... ...600 horsepower. What was the torque again? Hang on, I'm gonna try to memorize this because I don't want to like write it down. 2050 torque, 1200 RPM. Listen to any Guilty Gear themes. Yes, I fucking love them. There are many of those songs that I enjoy. 600 RPM, 2050 torque, 1050 RPM. A little bit lower RPM, but we might be able to upgrade that. Let's look at this. What do we have in here right now? Okay, that's probably the best engine we can get. I'm trying to think about what could affect RPM. My current truck is really good for heavy cargo, which I like a lot. So I prefer to keep that. If we move up to this guy, that's what I'm talking about. I don't really understand how this thing's better, per se. But... I love Happy Chaos by Ken and Bridget themes. Those are not, like, favorites of mine. What's up, Skippy? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way, and I appreciate that. Mac, would you ever consider making a video on Ajin? I feel like it's pretty underrated manga. I have not read it, so I'd have to read it first to see. Fuck, we are getting Sandland too. What is Sandland? My favorites are Find Your One Way, which is Saul's theme. Trigger, which is Giovanna's theme. And I don't know. Your Vinland Saga video is worth the wait. Really appreciate the hard work you put in your long videos. I appreciate that introspective. That's very sweet of you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's what's most important to me. So, I like the Elite interior. That's nice. Can I get some stuff hung up? Another, we got like the best engine we can get. I don't know about chassis. I don't know how they affect things. What if I go to an 8x4? Not compatible. Oh. I see. So this 6x4, it doesn't really make a huge difference. I think the chassis we got on there right now is pretty good. Love to see you play some Pokemon. That'd be so fun. I don't think you would. I'm not really a fan of Pokemon. Who designed your YouTube profile picture? I did. That's all me. One of Toriyama's manga? Wait. Sandland? That's a Toriyama thing? Put on those Hawaiian girl bobblehead thingies in there? No, I got this little chainsaw that I like to hang from the rear view mirror because Chainsaw made video. Do you do the illustrations in your thumbnails yourself? No, I do not. I commission an artist to do those. She's really good. I wonder if any of these chassis could like increase my maneuverability because the maneuverability isn't great. I'll just leave it as is. Oh, here's the accessories. Here we go. There we go. Put the little chainsaw toy up there. That's what I'm talking about. I like the exclusive. That's nice. Okay. I think this is a pretty good truck. We got to get a different color though. All right. So far we've had the pink truck and we have the Thanos truck. What color should I go with for this truck? Can't wait for Mack to have a 50 more billion subs so I can call myself an OG. I'm gonna fucking plateau. I'm not getting any more subscribers. This is it. Blue, lime green. I can't wait for Mack to have... Oh, I already read that one. We could also do some kind of pattern. Although I hate all of them, so I don't think I want to do that. Like, Jesus Christ, that looks horrible. We get the Viking knots look. British flag? I'm not doing the British flag. That's not the British flag. That's so tacky. I like the idea of a nice blue. We haven't done a nice blue truck in a long time, I don't feel like. I'm not affecting what I think I am right now. We'll go with a nice, like, metallic color, and it'll be like a mix of pink and blue. Yeah, we'll do like this pearlescent thing, so depending on the side, depending on the angle, it'll either be blue or purple. That's pretty good look. Dark colors so your victims don't see you coming. That's kind of fucked up. I like that. That's sick as fuck. Yeah, that's lit. I think that's the look. Drive my new truck. Send my old truck to Phoenix. Hell yeah. New truck. All right, we can skip the cutscene. Now I need to find a recruiting agency. Oh, that's a beefy sounding engine. All right, I need to find a recruiting agency so I can get a trucker hired to drive the truck I just left behind. Otherwise, it's just sitting there wasting money. And we ain't about that. Can I see, can I limit it to recruitment centers? Recruitment agency. Where's the nearest one? There are like none anywhere near here. Okay, there's one way out here. I don't know where it's coming up. What the fuck is why does it want me to drive all the way? Why is there a marker over here? How did that get there? Okay. Let's head to a recruitment agency. Give this new truck a test drive. Ooh. I like that sound. That's a good sound. Where the fuck am I going? I'm not going towards the road. Where the fuck is the exit to this place? Hang on. Yeah, that engine's got a nice sound. And look in the rearview mirror, you can see like the beautiful colors of my truck. That is fantastic. This was a good purchase. And it'll make us more money in the long run because now we'll have 2 truckers on the road other than myself. There are no other truckers except for the ones that are operating out of my company. Now let's see how quickly we can get into an accident. We'll try to set a record with that. I am slightly annoyed that like I've got a digital monitor on my truck, but it doesn't show. It doesn't have a digital indicator for speed. It only has my cruise control. I really wish there was a way to check that kind of thing before I buy a truck, because I prefer trucks that do have a digital indicator, because I don't like looking at speedometer. Speedometer is gross. Speedometers are old and outdated. But whatever. The truck got a boyfriend? You trying to fuck my truck? I forgot you can't turn right on red in a truck. That's a real thing, by the way. In a lot of states, it's illegal for truck drivers to turn right on red, which makes sense because it's probably a really dangerous maneuver for them. Jeez, I keep getting spam texts, and I can't figure out what the deal is. I don't know if this happens to anybody else. I keep getting texts from people that'll be like, "Hello, David, are you going to the car show this weekend?" And I'll play into it a little bit. I'll play it into it a little bit, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm going. I'll be there." And then they like telekinetically know that it's the wrong number. And be like, "Sorry, this must have been a wrong number. I'm so sorry. It was wonderful getting to know you." And then that'll be the end of the conversation. And I can tell it's not actually a wrong number. It's clearly like some kind of scam or spam, but they never try to get me to buy anything or something. It's so weird. Caution, wide load truck is a dump truck. What's a trope you dislike? I hate power levels and power rankings. Eventually I'm gonna make an entire video about why I think they're stupid and they're extremely lazy writing. I can treat her better than you and you know it. Excuse me? You think you can treat my truck better than me? An experienced trucker with thousands of miles under his belt. I know how to treat a damn truck. I know it well. Or just verifying your numbers rather than coming at you on other numbers. But like, it's the same thing every time. They never actually say anything. I just got another text that just says hello. And if I respond, like, they're not going to try to scam me. I almost guarantee it. Maybe you just replying is what they want and they somehow get your info after that. That's not possible. The only info they're getting is my phone number, which they already have since they're texting me. God damn, this truck sounds incredible. That engine sound is beautiful. Beautiful. Also, never fall for texts from parcel services about how they can't deliver your package. So we never text people. We usually leave a physical notice for it. I don't know if that's ever happened to me. I had a scam on Facebook a few years ago that gets your Facebook hacked after you reply to someone. That sounds like an exploit through Facebook, not like a clever hacking trick. Yeah, this truck sounds more satisfied than your mom after a night with her. I've talked before, I'll retell this story because it's very interesting. I've talked before about how someone tried to scam me when I was looking for a job a few months ago, and it was a really, really weird scam. So a few months ago, when I was looking for a job, I was applying for a lot of like video editing jobs, and I applied for this company, and I got a response back from them. And they wanted to do an interview, which is, it's pretty normal. Truck sounds like, no. Understandable for my power system and system called SoulForge. I try to make it ability-based. The character strengths and speed are all in the same league. Very few exceptions due to the abilities. It really should be a skill-based thing, not a, oh, my number is higher than yours thing. The main reason I dislike it is just because it's lazy writing. Like, you don't have to, like, write villains as being powerful if you just tell the reader that they're powerful, So these guys reached out to me. What the fuck's going on? Why are you going so slow and cutting people off? That's super rude. They wanted to interview me, but they wouldn't do, like, a phone interview. They did an interview over Microsoft Teams. And they asked me a lot of questions, but very few of them were related to video editing as a field. It was a lot of like very generic questions like, oh, what do you think you could bring to a company, blah, blah, blah. And I responded to all of them, and they were immediately like, okay, we think you responded great. I'm going to reach out to my manager, and I'll reach out to you if we decide we want to move forward on this. And it's like, okay, that's all pretty normal. Still weird that they're doing this all over Microsoft Teams, but pretty normal responses overall. They broke the law going into left lane without doing it past someone, too. No one gives a shit about that law. I got reached out to, and they were basically like, we think you're great, and we want to offer you a job. And they sent me, they sent me like a PDF with like the job offer, and the job offer was like insane. It was like, they were offering $40 an, actually I think it was 50, it was like $50 an hour. And it was like a 30-hour work week, all remote. Like, it sounds like a dream job, Sounds like a dream job, also known as too good to be true. And I'm still like, this entire time, I'm super sus about it. Like, right from the beginning, when they sent me like a message that was like very broken English, it was one of those things where like, broken English isn't necessarily an indicator of a scam. Sometimes people just don't have a good grasp of language, and that's fine. But if you get a message for something very serious that has broken English, it's something to be wary about. And PDFs can have viruses in them. I think people's Defi wallets have been hacked from opening PDFs. If you just preview them in an email, they can't do anything. But like this whole time, I'm being very cautious about it. I'm going forward with it because, like, again, it sounds like a really good opportunity. And so far, they haven't asked me for my credit card information. So like, so far they've done nothing scam-like. It's just been a very weird interview process. So I'm not like, I'm sus about it. but I'm not like immediately backing out. I'm just going with it and seeing what happens and just being very cautious. And I'm very consciously not giving them any information that they don't need, right? Like if they had asked me for my social security number before giving me a job offer, I wouldn't have given it to them, you know? That kind of thing. But I'm going along with it just in case. And like, so they send me this PDF with like the job information, and I'm like reading it really closely, trying to figure out what the scam is. I hate us. That's just a word we use now. It was already a word that people used. Suss it out. You know, you're going to suss something out. That was already a saying. But, you know, again, like I read through this whole PDF and there's nothing overtly that sounds like a scam going on here. And so once they've offered me the job, I tell them like, okay, great. I accept the job. Meanwhile, I'm telling them that I accept the job, but I haven't put in my 2 weeks at work because I still don't believe it's an actual job offer. I'm just going along with it to see what happens. But I tell them I accept the job, and I'm like, now that I've accepted the job, am I going to have a chance to like speak with someone on the phone? And they do tell me I'll have a chance to speak with my manager on the phone. They tell me his name is, and I don't remember exactly. It was a Spanish name, like Emmanuel or Jose, something like that. It was a Spanish name, and I get a phone call from this guy. Again, his name's Jose or Espanol or something very clearly Hispanic, and he has a very distinct Indian accent. I don't know how common it is for Indian families to name their children Hispanic names. You know, that doesn't seem like something that occurs super often. I talked to him on the phone for a bit. Like he just kind of like says like, yeah, he kind of explains like the job process to me and what they're going to do next. And he says he's going to send me some information about like how to get started with the job, and then I'll have like a training week, and then I'll get started for real. And at this point, I'm 100% like, yep, this is a scam. This is an Indian dude named Jose. This is a scam, you know? If it was an English name, it would almost make sense because they could be part British, but most of the time it's just a fake name. Yeah, like it's always a fake name, but at least they usually choose like English names. The dude was clearly like not Hispanic, you know? Oh, this guy's got a good rating. He's expensive, but he's good. Let's hire Nathan V. Wait, what other drivers were there actually? Let me see what else we got. I think they go, yeah, best to worst. So we're going to hire Nathan. So he sends me a packet of information about like what they're going to be doing next, what the next steps are. And how do they fight the guy with the Kakona face? I have no idea who you're talking about. This is where I finally figure out what the fuck this scam is. Mind you, this is over the course of like close to a week. Right? Like this whole back and forth, like them reaching out to me, doing this interview, them telling me the job information, me talking on the phone with the guy. This is over the course of like a full week. They have spent a long time on this. And then they send me this packet of information about like what the job is going to look like. And I finally figure out what the deal is. In order to start the job, they wanted me to, because I'm working as like because I'm working from remote and because I need to be able to be contacted by clients, right? They needed me to have a separate phone that would be available for work, right? So I have my own personal cell phone, and then I needed a separate phone that was available for work, which is not an uncommon practice. My dad is a medical supplies truck driver, not this kind of truck, different kind of truck, but he has a second phone that he uses for work. However, the workplace usually provides that phone. What they wanted was for me to buy an iPhone and they would reimburse me later. And get this, they have a special deal with like a Comcast or Verizon where you can buy the phone through them at a discount and then they'll reimburse you. So they spent several days talking to me to try to get me to buy an iPhone off of them. That was the entire scam. Which obviously the iPhone would have never been delivered, of course. What's up, Green? How you doing? Make sure to like the stream on your way in. I appreciate that. It's a crazy elaborate scam. It was insane. I couldn't believe it when I finally figured it out. I was like, this is what it was building up to? They spent so many days on this scam, and this was their game plan? And it didn't even work. They wasted their time. It was never gonna work. That was never gonna happen. Denver to Seattle, that's a long-ass drive. Thanks for the game. Yeah, no problem. I hope you enjoy Sex with Hitler 2069. I figured you had the first game. You ought to get the second game, too. What's up, Lilac? How you doing? I'm tempted to take this turbine needle. I feel like it's going to be a really heavy load. I'll just do it. We're going all the way to Bellingham, Washington. It's actually not that big. That'll be fine. Waste all scammers' time, pretend you're into it right until the end. Absolutely. And that's what I do too. Like, again, I was under no illusions that this was real. I was fairly certain it was a scam from the start. How much would you give that scam out of 10? I give them a 10 out of 10 for effort. They spent days on this. Days. I would also say I would give them a good amount of points, like a 6 out of 10 for like how sussy they were, because they were not very obvious about what they wanted for a really long time. But I give them a 0 out of 10 for actual execution of their plan, because like who the fuck would have fallen for that? Buy an iPhone off of us and we'll reimburse you later. Come on. You have to give me a recap of this tomorrow. I'll tell you the whole story. It was a crazy scam that someone tried to get me with. I cannot physically say sussy without saying baka. So, like, man, how you doing today, by the way? Welcome to the stream. The worst scam mail I'm getting lately is reasonable auto insurance rates, like $40 to $50. God, that would be a nice rate, wouldn't it? My perception of what a good car insurance rate is like is pretty skewed. When I was 18, I had a Prius, and I totaled it. Totally my fault. The worst accident I've ever been a part of, and 100% my fault. I fucked up bad. I turned left when I couldn't see if there was anybody coming, and there definitely was. That accident made my car insurance rate go through the fucking roof. From ages 18 to 23? 21, I think, actually. From ages 18 to 21, I had to pay $300 a month for car insurance. It was the fucking worst. It was so hard for me to get by paying that much car insurance. So nowadays, I'm almost 25. Nowadays, if I can get a car insurance rate that's under $100, I'm like, yes, this is great. I honestly feel a little sad when scammers message me and don't put in any effort. Like, am I really that undesirable? You got to give them a reason to care. You got to make them think that you'll fall for their shit. You got to play ignorance. I've had like 3 accidents and mine's only $130 a month. What the fuck? See, the problem was the problem was multiple folds. The problem was my accident led to not only the car that hit me being totaled, my own car being totaled, and also my car slid into another car, which did not get totaled but did get damaged. So that was 3 cars worth of damage. Number 2, I was 18. Your car insurance rate is just higher when you're younger. Number 3, I'm a man. Men have higher car insurance rates. So it was just like a whole mess of things that led to my car insurance being absolutely insane. I'm on a small road trip right now. I feel like I'm a truck driving sim IRL. I gotta go on another road trip someday. My cross-country road trip out to Oregon was really nice. More time to waste on you, less time they have to scam legitimate victims. Hell yeah. Only bot messages me? Pre-written messages are so obvious. You should still try to respond to them just to see what you'll get. I thought about that whole men thing with car insurance. It's really stupid. And honestly, kind of a little bit sexist, but they can get away with it because they're being sexist towards men. And sexism towards men is not sexism. It's also really funny when you think about it because the whole stereotype is that women are bad drivers, but women get lower insurance rates because they're known for being more careful drivers. Generally. Us menfolk got too much pride about it. We think we're good drivers and that makes us do stupid shit. Almost like it's just a joke. Almost like stereotypes are bullshit and you should not put any stock in them whatsoever. Because it represents a small subset of an entire population of people. I went to the desert a few months ago. It was really fun cooking everything, sleeping outside, sitting around the fire. That sounds so nice. I could use some of that right now. That would be wonderful. Remember correctly, someone I was talking to got mad because she got married and her husband sharing her car insurance brought her car insurance up? Really? Damn. That's some goofy shit. I believe we're driving through Colorado right now. This is fucking gorgeous wherever we're driving right now. This is amazing. There's no way it's a joke. I just think about how ridiculous it is. So many people think that you think they're all going to be wrong. You're right. The popular perception has never been wrong. That's why Demon Slayer is the best anime. It's peak fiction. Nothing else will ever compare to it. One Piece is too long. It's bad storytelling. I even had my own farmer art for almost a decade. Let's go. Vinland Saga shit. I like Why Do Boys Die Earlier Than Us meme format. It's pretty funny. I like that one too. Why Boruto's better than Naruto. Yeah. Demon Slayer was so good. Why did it lose so bad to Cyberpunk at the Crunchyroll Awards? If Demon Slayer is so good, then why is there no Demon Slayer 2? Why is there no Demons Slayer? Come on, you pieces. I'm getting boxed in by two fuckers that are going too slow. Come on. Oh, the speed limit dropped pretty considerably, actually. I was still going like 75. Hit them. You guys make fun of me for getting in accidents, but then you actively encourage me to get in accidents. How often do you clean your house? Once a week. I vacuum, take out the trash, clean the toilets. I'll do that later today. I actually really need to dust. I don't dust all that often, but I need to dust. My desk is dusty AF. Be such a dope setting for a manga. What, this place? Oh, geez, it went down to 35. Best part of Demon Slayer was when Pig Boy suplexed the Mugen train. I don't know, haven't seen it. Honestly, he could have done that. Inosuke, the Pig Boy, is one of the few characters in Demon Slayer that I actually like. Because he's entertaining and the author doesn't want him to be deeper than he actually is. Every other character, the author wants you to believe they're deeper than they actually are, and they're not just caricatures. But Inosuke, like, he's just a funny little guy. What makes me sad is that I know for a fact Vinland Saga's never going to win any awards. People are too impatient to enjoy Vinland Saga Season 2. There's a lot of people who are not pleased with the pacing, when it's like you gotta build up to things. You gotta take time to do things. You can't just have the immediate payoff all the time. Is there an anime about cross-country delivery truck drivers? I was talking about this last trucking stream. I think a truck driving anime would be fucking great. Someone should do that. Talking about how Vinland Saga skipped the Eastern Europe and Byzantine arc would be such a cool part of the world and time to explore. Well, it's not impossible that someone will make a manga about that. There's an isekai coming out where the main character is a vending machine, so at this point anything can be a manga. I can't remember if we joked about there being a manga where the main character is a truck driver who isekais people, or if that was an actual thing. That may have been an actual thing. I just keep getting in accidents. Wouldn't be surprised, honestly, they're running out of ideas over there. The fucking isekai genre fucking exploded over the past few years. Like, there was a couple back in the day, but I wouldn't say it was like a popular thing. And now there's like too many. There's so many you could never possibly watch all of them. There's just an absurd number of isekais, and they're all garbage. I'm gonna say SAO Season 1 was good. I haven't watched it in a long enough period of time that I don't really have an opinion on it anymore. I will say I don't generally like it. It's just it's like the isekai is such an easy writing technique, right? Like, one of the harder things about writing a story set in like a fantastical world is easing your readers into that world, and it's often accomplished by like making characters have amnesia or having them be kids, so that they have to learn about the world alongside you. But if you make it an isekai, then the character is just as clueless as you. And they have to go, and then they have to exposit everything, and there's an excuse for it, and it's lazy. Do you fold your clothes? Yes, I do. Is Mushoku Tensei as good as they say? I had not seen it. I have no comment. Favorite isekai? I don't have one. I really haven't watched that many. Is there a verse genre of isekai like someone from a fantasy world like some of the real world? I'm sure somebody's done it at this point. Isekai Transport is the name of the series. Is that the one where there's a truck driver who keeps isekaiing people? I want to be that guy. I want to be the guy who keeps hitting people with his truck yet somehow doesn't get fired as a truck driver. There is, and it's called Gate, and it's weird military propaganda. What, like reverse isekai? By the way, if you haven't liked the stream, you should really do that. I'm just saying, like, you're sitting here, you're listening to my voice, like the goddamn stream. Succumb to the propaganda. Ooh. Isekai you saw is one about a guy coming back from the other world. It's another I heard that's good where some dude's uncle comes back from being isekai. I think that's Isekai Uncle. Are you interested in making a video about Goodnight Poon Poon? Like your emergence video? Thank you. I'm glad you did. I have not read it, so I can't comment on whether or not I'd make a video about it. I'd have to read it first. I'll unlike it and like it again. Whatever you gotta do, Gon. Mushoku Tensei is good, but main character's a creep, and so is the author. What manga author isn't a creep? I feel like all of them kind of are. Imagine it would be really depressing coming from a world of floating mountains to our mundane reality. Well, but imagine if you came from a fantastical world, right, where magic exists and mountains float and dragons fly, whatever. But then you come into our world, like the land of insane technology, where you have the world's knowledge in your pocket whenever you want, and you can drive a fucking 18-wheeler across the country in 5 days. Like, that would be cool, right? Like, coming from a land of very little technology to one of extremely advanced technology. Yukimura is really awesome, though. Have you seen how he interacts with his fans on Twitter? I have not. I always just think about Fujimoto. Fujimoto is like such a little goofster. Uh-oh, we got some traffic, I think. Uh-oh. Looks like the NPC's got into an accident. And now they're blocking the road. That's okay. I don't give a shit. What is going on this road? What the fuck? Oh shit, there's a railing. Ah. I didn't take any damage, though. He gave Hilda and some other characters the same birthdays of random Twitter people that asked. That's the thing that Oda does. Whenever people will like send him mail asking if certain characters can have birthdays, and he's always just like, okay. Like, he doesn't give a shit. If someone gives him a random number, he'll just be like, sure, go for it. And then that's the character's official birthday. That reverse isekai is the truck driver anime. Kind of, actually. Sounds like a cool concept. Someone definitely should have explored by now. What, the truck driver thing? Someone has. Isekai Transporter, I think it was called. Or let me make a video about Vagabond. I probably will. I haven't read it, so I can't say for sure that I will, but given the reputation that it has, whenever I get around to reading it, I'm sure I will. Then the truck driver who got isekai has to hit someone to replace them in their own world. He retweets all art and is all around pretty polite. Fujimoto reposts a lot of art on his Instagram. I sent a message to Fujimoto in Japanese, telling him I made a video about his manga and saying it'd be really cool if we check it out. He didn't respond, but I tried. I figured if I could get Fujimoto to post about it, that would be a big fat W. I did not mean to pause the game just now, but it didn't work out. Whatever, the video got a bunch of views anyway until it got demonetized, so ha, Fujimoto! That's how I gave Nico Robin a birthday. I gave Nico Robin a birthday by giving birth to her. You respond when you get 15K? Well, I've only got like 400 to go, so that's not that hard to pull off. I haven't seen any rain today. I've talked about this before. Maybe my settings got reset. I changed the settings in my game so it would rain more often. But we haven't gotten any rain today. Yeah, my rain probability is at 50%, but I haven't seen any rain. We're gonna pull that up to like 60. I want it to be raining all the goddamn time, but not all the goddamn time, because then it would get old. Rain is nice, but dangerous vibing times. Did you mean driving times? It does make the road a little slick, but it's so pretty and nice to listen to that I think it's worth the risk. I wonder, hang on, so I was thinking about this. I hired that like really highly rated driver, and I know he costs more, but I just realized if I had bought a lower ranked driver, would they stay at the same pay and just never get a raise? Because Edgar, I bought it like 1.0 or something like that. Edgar, $375 per delivery. No, he's still getting paid a lot. He's actually getting paid barely less than Nathan, who's a much higher rated driver, so. He's done a good amount of work for me. He makes me $5,000 a day. That's pretty good. Nathan hasn't made any money yet. I heard Fujimoto once joined an art school full of older people and promised himself he doesn't get better than them in 4 years. He'll kill them all. So he practiced a lot because he didn't want to go on the run. Yeah, no, Fujimoto is legitimately like not okay. He is actually insane. He also said something along the lines of like in high school a girl knocked his bike over and he liked it, and that's when he realized he's kind of a masochist. Like Denji is a self-insert. Denji is Fujimoto. Say made me laugh because when he thought about taking lives, he didn't think about how wrong it is. He thought about how it would inconvenience him. Yeah, no, Fujimoto's genuinely not okay. Do you read JoJo? I do. I have read all of JoJo, including the new chapters for Part 9. I don't want to go to the goddamn way station. Alright, where is it? I gotta merge in here now. Fuck. God damn it. Come on, let me in. I gotta get off. Let me in! Let me in! No spoilers for Part 9, Jade. People might not have read it yet. But all the memes about that have been very funny, yes. When are you gonna go on tour, Mac? Am I not doing that now? What would I do on tour? I'm about to get inspected by this handsome way station man. I should get some sleep before long. Next time I see a spot to rest, I'll have to go for it. I hope he didn't inspect my cavities. Or maybe I hope he did. Rap battles versus Drake. I like the idea of going on tour, but I don't do anything related to my channel on tour. JoJo, the reason that I draw fashion poses and make music references from Pearl Jam, MF Doom, and Queen. Yeah, I imagine that's inspired a lot of people. I'm personally not the biggest fan. I do like it, but I feel like there are things that are a lot better. JoJo's kind of, for me, reading JoJo is more of a spectacle thing than an actually, like, approaching it as a piece of literature thing. Because ultimately, I don't think they're that well written. They're just very interesting to read. But that's just my take. And my opinion is literally dirt. These cars are not giving you an opening to pass. I was thinking about passing too. I don't think I will because I need to, I'm getting to the point where I need to rest soon. So whenever I see an exit with a place to sleep, I don't want to have to panic and force my way in again. Hi Nova, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way in, I appreciate that. But at the same time, this truck is going really fucking slow, so I'm gonna pass him. It's 80! It's 80! Why are you driving like 65, bro? Speed the fuck up! And there it is. There's a sleeping spot and I can't get over. I shouldn't have done it. I should have just been patient. Fuck. We'll get the next one. Pit maneuver. I wonder if you could pull off a pit maneuver in American Truck game. Totally dead. You're dead, Nova? That's not good. Thanks for liking the stream, though, despite being dead. Really good of you to come back to life for that. Seriously, why is everyone driving so slow on this road? It's 80. It's 80. 80's nuts. Can I just complain about my work for some minutes? Yeah, go for it, brother. Hang on, there's an exit here. There's probably a place to sleep alongside that. Please don't make me rerun this truck. Hang on, how far away is... Actually, I'm supposed to exit here. So, I almost missed my exit because I wasn't really paying attention. I just cut off the people behind me severely and then braked hard. There's no Mack content in heaven, I'm not going. Same. I got me and my ma lost on accident. Uh-oh, what'd you do? You're on your road trip still, aren't you? You better not be, like, messaging and driving. Hopefully mama's driving. Alright, I have no idea when the nearest, like, sleepy spot is. It's gonna be a bit. It's probably gonna be in this town somewhere. Yeah, so... Or reading chat and driving like this fella. No, it's okay. It's okay. I have this card. I have this piece of paper in my desk. It says, shut the fuck up, I can do what I want. How do sleep mechanics work? That's a good question. I don't know how they work. I don't know how they repair vehicles while they sleep. That's crazy. In the game, if you it's just like a time-based thing. Like there's a passage of time in this game, and you can only be awake so long before you need to pull over and sleep. If you keep driving while tired, the game will like do this thing where you start to fall asleep, where like your eyelids close, the game will go black, and you'll lose control of the truck for a second, which can very easily lead to accidents. So we don't want that. I gave it the wrong direction on accident and we couldn't get turned around. You can also get fined if you stay awake too long. Today there were 2 coworkers and me. Can you tell who did most of the work? You. Joe? Blackout mechanic sounds pretty cool. It's kind of a nifty little mechanic. I think we broke the customer record today. I literally didn't have time to take a break. Every second a customer was finished, a new one came. I had days like that when I was working in retail. There was especially like I remember one day we were super understaffed and it was a holiday, and my coworker Mike was with me. Someone honking at me? Oh, I'm hearing a train. And we like every like you would finish with one customer and immediately another one would be right there in front of you, already ready with a question or something like that. It was really fucking annoying. It was just like, it was nonstop. I'm trying to figure out how to get off of this road here. I think I have to exit right here, because there's got to be somewhere to get rest around here, right? And it was the worst too, because our coworker Tim was also like scheduled that day, but he wasn't scheduled until later. And we called, and like it was a mistake on our manager's part, right? Like we were closing early that day because it was a holiday, and Tim had been scheduled in a way that like he would have been at the store long after the point that we had closed, and it was like, okay, so obviously this is a mistake. He wanted you to have a closing shift, but he didn't want you to work those hours specifically because we're not gonna be open. And he like refused to come in because he was like, that's the schedule he wrote, that's the schedule I'm gonna follow. And Mike and I were just like drowning in customers, and he like refused to help out. I fucked up. I never changed this so it shows more than recruitment agencies. Okay, now I'll be able to see the gas stations. I thought it was just because I hadn't discovered any. Okay, there's a place over here. We'll get that. Recently quit cooking job because of that. I can't pull that much weight and be paid as much as the person I was training. When I left used to work for World Market as it was a furniture store, and I was the furniture department head. I ended up leaving because they kept hiring people into positions that I wanted, even though I had the qualifications to do it. And then they would have me train the people they hired to do the job that I wanted to do. It was like, bro, clearly I know how to do it if you're having me train the people who are going to do it. It was really frustrating, so I ended up leaving because of that. And also, like, get out of food service. Food service is a very difficult industry to be in. I would recommend moving into retail or something else. Do something that you started to do ironically, but it's not become part of your personality. I started saying dog ironically. I used to like call people dog ironically, but now I do it all the time. Dog is just like part of my vocabulary. My hobby is food though, so damn. Yeah, so keep it as a hobby. Cook at home. Don't do it for a job. It's not worth it. Can't forget about D's. I have never in my life said D's nuts ironically. D's nuts is the most funny joke, and I will never stop saying it. How you doing, Kavas? Same here, dog. Yeah. How you doing, fat ass? Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for liking it on your way in. I appreciate that. The food service industry is just nuts. Like, the restaurant industry is like one of the few industries where like 40 hours is seen as like a light week. Like, as an executive chef, working 7 days a week, 80 hours is like, that's like the expectation. That's so unhealthy. You don't need to live your job. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that, Death. I personally laugh every time someone screams Amogus, and I'm disappointed in myself for that. I can't help but think Amogus is funny. It kind of never gets old. I also I can't hear Among Us without thinking it's funny. I've been playing the Diablo 4 beta, and in one of the opening cutscenes, they have someone say Among Us, and I just couldn't take it seriously anymore. After working at Wendy's, I was extremely if you're doing works in food service. I worked at McDonald's for a bit when I was in high school. I think everybody should work retail or food service at some point in their lives so that they understand what the people working those jobs go through, and so they learn not to be a complete piece of shit. I feel like working retail or food service makes you a better person because you start to realize how not to treat people. But I don't think you should make it your career goal. If you're working in food service or retail, you should be like trying to find a way to get into a better living, because it's not great to do for a long period of time. I thought there was a point in my life when I thought like I could do retail forever. I was like, I can accept that I'll just work in retail forever. But then a few more years go by and I'm so jaded and so tired of it that I started looking for other jobs, and now I'm not in retail anymore. So, you know. Among Us and as you do your daily tasks. Jesus Christ. That priest fucking knew. He was a total memer. He was a total memer. What a legend. What did I... Seriously? What did I hit that gave me 1% damage? What am I stuck on? My truck is completely stuck. I cannot move. There we go. Hang on. Well, you gotta understand, I got a big tank here. I was there. Just like your mom. What would you consider to be a jerk customer? There's a lot of things that I consider to be a jerk customer. Anybody who blames anybody who blames or gets upset at a worker in some form of customer service for something that is completely and utterly out of their control is a complete piece of shit trash human that I do not want to ever know or have be a part of my life. You know, like if someone tells you like this is our policy and you get mad at them for that, you're barking up the wrong tree and you're a piece of shit. I think I go to bed and do sleep after staying for like 10 hours. I can't feel my legs. All right, Nova. Well, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you. We recognize you, and we think you're doing a great job. So have a good sleep. You've earned it. There's honestly, there's nothing that pisses me off more than someone yelling at somebody for just doing their job. It was a big thing during the fucking pandemic when people were like getting mad at the workers and like calling them ableist because they wanted them to wear a mask in the store. Like, A, you're an idiot. There are very few, if any, legitimate medical reasons to not wear a mask, and you don't have one. B, they're just doing their job. Blame the company, blame the government, get mad at your senators. I don't give a shit. Don't blame the person getting paid minimum wage to put up with your shit. Everyone should like this stream. That's true. Here in Germany, this didn't happen at all. I think at least where I live. It's a bigger thing in places like America where everybody's super entitled and where wearing a mask became a partisan thing somehow. the government of Canada would to actually shut you down for not following the COVID rules. American, like, we did not take it seriously enough, both in terms of, like, people and government, because, again, somehow it became a partisan issue to wear a mask. It's somehow protecting the health of yourself and others became a partisan issue. I still can't really wrap my head around that. Even if they couldn't wear them, there's accessible alternatives, yeah. Genuinely, like, living in America during the pandemic was the most surreal thing, because it's just unbelievable how many people thought it was a conspiracy, or that coronavirus wasn't real, or that wearing masks was an evil thing. It's absolutely insane. I wonder if the truck model has a bed. It does. I'm gonna turn around and look at it and hope I don't crash. Actually, I have a little diner back there. That's cute. Fuck, I'm gonna get in an accident trying to look at this. I don't know if I do have a bed. I think I just have a little diner back there. What the fuck? That's wild. Good night, Nova. Or getting mad at an employee for a wrong order. They just asked them so they could fix it. Yeah, Pete, that's another thing. Like, the no-skill job thing, where people treat it like it's so easy and it's impossible to make a mistake in these kind of positions. Like, number one, there is no such thing as a zero-skill job. That is just not a thing. Come work at McDonald's for one shift, and you will see how it is not a no-skill job. There are people who are good at it. There are people who are bad at it. And no matter which side of the fence you're on, you're going to make mistakes. That happens. Get the fuck over it. Admitted there were a few times I wore a mask and a few times I neglected to. I did not take the pandemic as seriously as I should have when it first started. Because when rumblings about the coronavirus first started happening, I was in the mindset that, like, this is going to be another, like, what was it? Fuck, what was the disease? The one that was completely stuck in Africa and barely affected anybody. I can't remember what it's called all of a sudden. Ebola, that's it. I thought it was going to be another Ebola pandemic. Like, Ebola was not nearly as big a deal as they wanted us to believe it was. So that's what I was thinking about coronavirus at first. I thought it was just an excuse for the political parties to throw shade at one another. But once they put laws, or not laws, but just regulations in place, I listened to them immediately. I didn't question it. Anti-maskers would actually walk up to me, cough on me on the street. That's fucking horrible. God, I hate people so much. Yeah, remember Ebola? Remember how all of us thought Ebola was going to be a really big deal and it turned out to be fucking nothing? Y'all remember that? What a time. Oh my god! Ebola's in America! Oh! I would never have to work at retail or the food industry, but I understand it must suck for them. As long as you're empathetic and you're not a piece of shit and don't treat them like shit, then you're good by my book. Originally from Tunisia, and the people didn't wear masks at all, and there were almost no deaths. I'm not gonna entertain that thought at all. Wearing masks was an important procedure that people needed to do. Tunisia is a lower populous location. I imagine that played a part in it. What was a pretty big thing for me as an expat? Really? I was scared of getting involved in middle school. Yeah, me too. Same with Mad Cow a few years earlier, or the pig flu. Yeah, no, shit. There was a lot of reasons for me not to think COVID was going to be a big deal. There's a lot of examples for me to pull from. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. You were given so much time to not hit me, and you did it anyway, you fucking piece of shit. And I get the ticket for it. I always get the ticket for it. But like you look at places like Australia, and Australia took COVID regulations maybe a little too hardcore. They were in lockdown for a ridiculously long time, and they were very serious about it. And they had one of the lower death rates for a major populous location. I'm not saying that I wore my mask all the time. I just found it weird how there were way less deaths. I can't comment on it because I don't know what was going on there at the time. Masks for when you are sick was a thing I saw mostly in anime before, but I think that'll be a bigger in America now. With COVID, it was done because the incubation period was so long. I have known coworkers who have started wearing masks whenever they're not feeling well, even if they don't think they're sick. And I think that's something that we should be doing. It's respect for your fellow man. It's respect for your fellow human to just wear a mask when you're not feeling well, so you don't get other people sick. Wasn't there a country on the fire at the same time? Australia's always kind of on fire. Can't really tell if you had it or not. I know I never got it. Wasn't Corona made in a lab or something? Maybe. They're not really sure what the origin of it is. There's theories that it could have come out of a lab. I don't think they want to confirm that because the conspiracy theorists would have a field day with that. Do you wear a mask for hours at a time? When I was working in retail, I would wear a mask all day, every day. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Australia's big fire was going on at the same time. I don't think I caught corona, but I had one hell of a sinus infection for a few days. You know what was the worst? When I moved to Oregon, I got really sick. Like as soon as I got here, it wasn't coronavirus. It was just like a cold, but like something about the stress of moving and starting a new job got me super sick. And I didn't want to like call my new job and be like, hey, I can't come in, I'm sick, because I didn't want to look like I didn't want to work. So I just came in and I had to hide the fact that I was sick because I was like, I don't want them to think I have coronavirus, but I also don't want them to think I'm lazy because I'm not coming to work. It was the worst. I felt like shit my first couple days of work. I had it and it wasn't so bad, but that's because I'm vaccinated. Good for you. Good for you, Percy Jackson. I got the double vax plus booster even though I'm terrified of needles. And all of you should have too. Got COVID on February 2nd, 2022. That's so specific. It was required by my company. My company didn't require it, but they offered bonuses if you did it. You got $40 for every shot you got. So I got $120 for that. I only got double, but after that, COVID ended somehow. Yeah, the booster kind of came late to the party. Like, I think a lot of people didn't get the booster and it was fine because it was mostly under control by then, but I still got it just to be safe. So now I have 3 microchips floating around in my bloodstream, and it's lit. Am I getting off at this exit? No. No, I don't think I am. Bypass the way station. Hell yeah, let's go. Wow, they wanted me to merge last second if you look on my GPS. My company offered a bonus as well as firing people who didn't get it. Nice. think COVID is already over. It's not over. I think it's kind of like the flu. Like, it'll always kind of exist, but it's not as big a deal anymore. What game you play is American Truck Simulator. It's exactly what it sounds like. Hit me with that Mercury for Autism superpowers. Missed a lot of streams. I was super busy. Don't worry about it, Jasmine. We're glad to see you here. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking on your way in. If you have any hot takes you want us to talk about, truck streams are where you do it. Everyone knows truck streams are basically just chatting streams with more steps. I've always enjoyed riding in a car at night, especially when it rains. Me too. I fucking love driving in the rain at night. The way like the road gets all slick and reflective, it's so fucking gorgeous the way like traffic lights reflect off of the road at night when it's raining. It's amazing. Halfway through the Vinland Saga video, so it's so good so far. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. Makes me happy. With more autism, just double it or cancel it out that I already have. You get super autism. My company were only harsh on workers while supervisors and hired ups would walk around maskless. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. The sound of the rain hitting the roof of the car sends you to sleep. Yeah. And then you careen into oncoming traffic, killing a family of 6. It's the best. I think I've overcome my depression like I feel amazing. That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. What did you do? Help the rest of us with that. I was driving through some thick rain last night. The road got so slick that I thought another car's reflected headlights for a second car. Damn. That's some thick-ass rain. Fuck. Just right to our destination. Gotta run. Appreciate you, guy, and have a good rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by. Preferably 2 toddlers on top. Are we talking about the car we're crashing into while sleeping again? Because otherwise I'm not really sure what that has to do with anything, and I'm kind of scared. Idaho! We in Idaho, motherfuckers! I don't know, I guess I just let go. That'd probably be the best way to put it. You seen A Silent Voice? I have. It's a great movie. I really like it. I might make a video about it at some point. Did you watch Blue Lock? I did not. I'm not a sports anime guy. I typed sus and my phone suggested the flushed emoji. I don't know where that is, but let's go. I'll fucking show you then. This is Idaho. Right here. This is Oregon. This is where I live. I live somewhere over here. And this is Washington. That's our destination. Washington. Blue Lock is super right. A lot of people were talking about it in my server, in my Discord server, when it was like coming out. They aren't talking about it as much anymore, but they were talking about it a lot at the time. It's JoJo without stands, but too much talking while everything is going in slow motion. Yeah, Solid's not such a fan. It's more of a shonen battle manga than a sports manga. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe I have to give sports anime more of a chance. I watched a good amount of Haikyuu with Green in the chat, and I liked it at first, but it got to be really repetitive, and I got pretty tired of it. Yo, is that Walter White next to me? Kind of looks like a Pontiac Aztec. Not really, now that I'm seeing it from behind. For my power system Soul Forge is basically PlayStation. Yay, I can bypass, let's go. Basically, make weapons from a character's soul. Like, give a cool transformation. All the abilities are unique. Only one character can transform twice or one precog. I don't even mean by that, but... Do you have my anime list? I do not. Let's watch every cycling anime and do a tier list. How many are there? The anime is good for understanding movement, but the manga has great art. I usually like sports anime, but I like Blue Lock. Maybe I'll have to go to chance then. Did you get to season 3? It's so good. I don't remember how far we got. We got to season 5? How many episodes did we watch? We watched like 70 episodes. We watched a good amount. We watched enough that I think my opinion on it is justified, and I don't feel like going any further in would make me like it. Fuck! Are you kidding me? Why did you break like that, you dick? These people, man. At least 5 cycling anime. We finished season 1. Oh, okay, that's unrelated. Karma? Karma for what? What did I do to deserve that? What did I do to deserve him being an idiot? Hi, Ramu. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way, and I appreciate that. Now go to sleep. You're tired, damn it. Do any of you know about a game called Warface? I feel like I've heard of that. Favorite manga or least favorite manga right now? Favorite manga is One Piece. Always love One Piece. Least favorite manga? Right now, in Jump, there is a series called Jiangxi X. Kind of hate that. Kind of tired of that one. Can't wait for it to get canceled. And no longer have any more chapters. Or maybe it'll run for another like 3 years, because a lot of things that I hate do. You braked in front of another driver a while back. Yeah, but I'm the protagonist. I'm allowed to do that. Don't call me mom. No, not Chojin X. Chojin X is good. Jiangxi X is a different series that sucks. How many series end with X? What's a trope you love? I love the big muscly character who's a big soft teddy bear. That's my favorite trope. I love our Frankies from One Piece. I love Alex Louise Armstrong, Fullmetal Alchemist. I love the big boys that are big softies. My favorite character type. I'm gonna finish the rest of the video. See ya. Appreciate you, Percy. Enjoy the rest of the video. Let us know what you think about it when you finish it. Sonic X. Sonic X also exists. I'm glad Ishida's new series isn't bad. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. I wouldn't say it's like amazing, but it is pretty good. Let's see. So we have 12 hours left in this job. So I'm gonna have to take a nap at some point. We have 34 hours to actually turn it in, so I can sleep whenever I want. Deus Ex ends with an X, also with an E. I don't think Deus Ex is an anime. Wait, is there a Deus Ex anime, or are you talking about like Deus Ex the games? The only good manga slash anime with an X is Hunter x Hunter. Are you forgetting Spy X Family? Spy X Family's fucking great. I love Delinquents and Pomodors and Anger Issues, but I'm really sweet on the inside. Those are pretty good too. I like those too. That's also Frankie. Frankie is also that character type. I hate Tsunderes. I don't know. That one gets kind of tiring. Deus Ex needs an anime. Should be the first game, had a really engaging story. When are we going to continue? We got to keep watching Ergo Proxy, Green. We kind of just stopped watching that. after like 2 episodes. I don't really think Cascas counts as a tsundere. That's a whole different beast to unpack. One more Yankee enemy and manga? What the fuck is that? Sad my computer was too attractive. That's true. Ogo Praxi pucks up after 2 episodes. 2? I was enjoying it actually. I think it's really interesting the way it presents its story. I love characters like Guts or Ada, the Owl Lady. I don't know who that is. Literally die for Anya though. That may be a bit too much. I think we all like Anya. Attack on Titan organization is crazy, not gonna lie. What do you mean organization? Like, they're military? Delinquent. Oh, I see. I see. Somebody has like a Sigurd who's... Sigurd. Is Sigurd a character in Vinland Saga that I'm forgetting? Is Sigurd Halfdan's son? I think Sigurd is Halfdan's son. Like season 1, part 2, section 5. Dude, the fucking Attack on Titan final season, part 3, part 1 and 2 is fucking nuts. They're really just splitting that shit up. The fact you hadn't brought it up until now made me think you weren't into it. Glad to hear it. No, I was enjoying it. I think it does need to like pick up a bit, but I'm in it for the long haul when it comes to like more slow burn stories. As long as like the presentation is good and I feel like the wait ends up being worth it, then yeah, I'm into it. I like Sigurd a lot too, Solid. Sigurd is a great character. Sigurd has a great character arc. He is a really well written character. I hope Sigurd comes back. He's such a cute meathead. He's a good dude. I love watching it. You know what the worst part about Vinland Saga is? Yukimura has this whole like storytelling thing where he's like violence bad, but the motherfucker is really good at drawing violence. Like watching Sigurd or Halfdan fight with their chains is so fucking cool. I just want to see more of that, honestly. Just stopped at season 4, I couldn't do it. Attack on Titan, you mean? What are we doing? We're driving, baby! We're driving some fucking nuke out to Washington. How you doing today, Max? Did I just nail that pronunciation first try? Maybe. Swiftly approaching one of my favorite frames of anime. Interesting. How you doing today, Max? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way in. I appreciate that. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of like the last arc of Attack on Titan. I feel like it kind of peaked at like the Reiner versus Bertholdt stuff. That to me was like some of the best shit. And not to say that I don't like the final arc, because I do. I just don't like it as much. You heard HBO is making a Bloodborne TV show. Is that 100% actually confirmed? Because I feel like I would have heard about that by now. Every year there's a mountain of random Bloodborne rumors that never end up being true. So I never put any stock in them until like they're 100% confirmed. Every year there's like 4 separate times that there's rumors about a Bloodborne remake or remaster. So I need to finish Fire Force. I watched the first season. It started off really good, but they really like fucked it up towards the end, in my opinion. Guess what I get? AIDS? It's in early planning. Well, we'll see if it ever comes out. We'll see. That'd be great. We'll see. Pepsi und Fortnite. God. Shout out to the Cola and Fortnite kid. Wonder what he's up to today. Yippee! Hi, Luna. I can't really pet you right now. I'm driving a truck. Trying not to read Chainsaw Man Part 2, but I've heard it's really good. Why are you trying not to read it? It is really good. I recommend it. I'm really enjoying it. The opening, the first opening of Fire Force is really good. The second one, I'm not really into Screamo, so I'm not into it. But first opening is really good. Mr. Green Apple's a great, pretty good band. They did a song with Uta for the One Piece film Red. It's really good. I love when Zeke said it's monkey time and Titan serumed all over everyone. It's got to re-up my subscription. It costs $3. Just do it. Binge all at once without having to wait. See, I don't like binging personally. I try to avoid binging because when I binge, I forget things, and I want to remember details so that I understand like the full scope of the story. So I really like manga because even though sometimes it can be frustrating to wait a week after like a major cliffhanger, it gives you time to like think about everything and stop and consider what's going on, and I like that a lot. Thoughts on the prospect of AI being used in anime production in the near future? I think it should be. I think it's good if it's being used as a tool. If it's being used to replace jobs, it's a bad thing and is bad for the industry. Have you watched Lupin the Third? I have not. I've been meaning to. Seen Dead Man Wonderland opening. I did years ago. I don't remember it. I watched Dead Man Wonderland a long time ago. I don't know why everyone likes the Death Note opening so much. I actually can't remember it. Still gotta read Chainsaw Man Part 2. It's worth it. It's a good time. I think image to image could be great to turn bad 3D into 2D drawing around the imperfections. It would need a lot of touching up to be like a good though. I mean, we've all seen some of the goofiness that comes out of AI. I think I have a Lupin the Third movie on hand. I really want to watch that like 3D one they did a couple years ago. The animation on that looked really good. Binging feels great in the moment, then you feel empty after. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it too. Chainsaw Man Part 2 is good, but I want more Dennis screen time. I think we all need to accept that Dennis really isn't the main character anymore. It's Asa time, y'all. It's cool, but not god level music. I mean, like, I'm really not a fan of the rumbling song for Attack on Titan. The opening for, like, final season part 2, whatever it was. I'm not a fan of that one, but it's, like, hugely popular. It seems to have eclipsed the popularity of every other opening, and I find that so hard to believe because, to me, it's the worst one. But it's music, and music is subjective, so... The one I have was Ghibli Man's first project as director or something like that. Oh, that's kind of cool. I want my incel back. What? Oh, Dennis. I have not seen Baki. Speaking of Uta, how do you feel about the song Binguso no Sake? I don't, to be honest, I don't really like Otto's singing in that song. It doesn't really match the song very well. Like, she's trying too hard to make it sound good when... she's trying too hard to, like, sing it, right? When that song is kind of just meant to be belted out like a sea shanty. That's kind of how I feel about Uta's version of it. Next time I see a gas station or sleep spot, time to pull over, I think. How do you feel about the Villain Saga First OP by Survived by the Side of the Prophet? I mean, it's fine. It wasn't like... I didn't really like it that much. Sean and I skipped it when we were watching it. We skipped that one. Such an anomaly of a song and how possibly stronger vocals are, though. I don't know. For me, the best version of Bing Sake is the one with like everybody singing along together. Fuck. That was me overcorrecting on a turn. Why are we slowing down so much? Chance Man is okay, but not that really interesting to me. It's one of my favorite manga ever, so I gotta disagree with that one. The new opening and ending for season 2 are fire. Yeah, I actually wasn't that into the opening the first time I heard it, but it's really grown on me. I like it a lot now. I think Dark Crow by Man on a Mission, the second opening for Vinland Saga, is my favorite overall. I really like that song. Man on a Mission is pretty good. I gotta listen more to the music. They also did Raise Your Flag for Iron Blooded Orphans, and that's a great song too. I like the fifth ending from Chainsaw Man more than the opening, honestly. I have to go back and listen through the Chainsaw Man openings or endings again. I think it was the second one, which is by Zutomayo, because I love Zutomayo. But I also love the opening Kickback. I was a big Kenshi Yonezu fan before Chainsaw Man came out, so I was really happy when I found out he was doing the opening. Remember the Iron Man Armored Adventures theme song? No, I never watched that. The Man on a Mission lyrics? I'd agree with that on both the Iron Blooded Orphans and Vinland Saga marks. Chainsaw Man. I don't know what the lyrics are, to be honest. By the way, if you guys haven't gone and watched the music video for Kickback, I highly recommend that. That music video is hilarious. It is very worth watching. Also, so you can hear the full song, because the full song is really good. Fuck, I have to pull into this way station. Annoying. Gurren Lagann is the best anime in terms of action. I don't know if I would agree with that. I do love Gurren Lagann. I've seen it a ridiculous number of times. But I don't know if I would agree with that. JJK might be the best anime in terms of action for me. It's a really good action manga. The mangaka does an incredible job drawing flow and like conveying what's going on, a lot better than a lot of other manga authors, in my opinion. And the MAPPA team did an incredible job translating that to the anime. Manga I like is Solo Leveling, but more because of the art drawing and less the characters. I've heard of that one, but I don't know anything about it. Should be a required viewing for anyone in your Discord. Yeah, Remu hasn't seen Gurren Lagann. Remu, are you still lurking in there somewhere? It's time to watch fucking Gurren Lagann. I didn't know there was a music video. Yeah, no. Kenshi Nezu did a music video for Kickback, and it's hilarious. It's really fucking funny. Okay, explain Hakure's curse technique. I can't! I can't! I didn't get it! I just relied on the author to make it make sense, and he didn't! It doesn't make any sense! Hakure's curse technique is nonsense! Oh, Kickback's music video. I still think Gurren Lagann should be too. Fuck, I could have slept there. It's too late now. Hopefully we're not too far off the next sleep spot. Okay, yeah, we're not that far off. There'll be a place to sleep before long. Not a great spot to get gas, though. Ninja Crazy is incredible, but the final battle in Gurren Lagann is nuts. I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. One of the most, like, hype scenes in anime history is, like, the final move. The final Giga Drill break between the Gurren Lagann team and Team Daigen and the Anti-Spiral. I need a PhD for that motherfucker. Dude, Hakure's curse technique is genuinely, like, bad shit. I have no fucking clue what's going on with that one. It seems to rely on bullshit. It seems to rely on plot armor. Like, he has to just get lucky for it to work well. Animators need to be paid better, in my opinion. There's a deeper root problem for, like, the Japanese workforce that needs to be addressed more than anything. Not necessarily, like, animators, but, like, just how the Japanese approach work. They need a better work-life balance. Animators definitely need to get paid better, but they also need to not work all the time. It's a real problem in their society. Have you read Have you read the twist on the latest chapters of JJK? Yeah, shit's going nuts. Don't know what the fuck to think of that one. Chorus nothing. But it got me to pick up Vinland Saga again. Just finished the War in Baltic. Some of my favorite stuff from Vinland Saga. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad you decided to pick it up again, because it really just keeps getting better, in my opinion. I'm really glad to hear that, Rosanate. You wouldn't happen to be a One Piece fan, would you? Name's very similar to a One Piece character, is all the only reason I'm asking. But I'm glad you liked the video. Alright, gas I don't need as much as sleep. We can wait for the next, like, gas spot, so I gotta pull over and get some sleep. Interested in Final Fantasy 16 at all? I know you played DNC 5, and I was just curious. Not really. There's not been a single Final Fantasy game that I've really enjoyed that much. They're not really my kind of games. I guess I wouldn't be against playing it, especially considering they... apparently God of War is a big influence for how they're approaching that game, and I love God of War, so maybe I'll enjoy that, but I don't know. The only Final Fantasy game I've played in depth was Final Fantasy 14, and since it's an MMO, I really barely touched the surface ultimately. Did you message Yukimoto about your video too? I did not. People talk trash about the Farmland arc, but it was my favorite. I love it. I love it. It's my favorite part of the story personally. I think it's fucking incredible. And people who don't enjoy it are stupid and wrong, in my opinion. Let me make sure to get this Mack dealership. I could sleep in their backyard. Supposedly. He also poached the combat director from DMC5? Really? Why can't I sleep? Because I'm not parked properly in this spot. Doflamingo is the best villain in One Piece. He's not my personal favorite, but I do think he's one of the better. Why won't you let me sleep here? Is it because I don't have a Mack truck? Are only people who have Mack trucks allowed to sleep here? I tried to get a Mack truck, to be honest with you. But there were no dealerships outside of fucking California. Now I found one. Ugh. I gotta like stand up for a second. My ass hurts when I stream this game too long because I'm just like sitting in the same position. You are a Mack driving a truck? Yes, but I'm driving a fucking Volvo. People who only really paid attention to the action of Vinland Saga didn't get the point of the farmland arc. It's so funny, like some of the comments I got on the video. I got a comment from someone who is like, Vinland Saga sucks now. There's no violence and killing. There needs to be more violence and killing. And I'm like, dude, you are not even trying to get it. You're not even trying. You're not even trying to understand. Toto's best character in JJK. I would agree with that. I love Toto. I think he's hilarious. Like I said, you know, big meatheads who are soft at heart are always my favorite characters. People say... No, I already read that one. Ever learn anything unexpected from making videos? Yes, all the time. I learn all kinds of things from making my videos, which is a good thing. Mostly I learn a lot of editing stuff. I learn new editing tricks every time I make a new video. Cringe Euro Truck. I have done Euro Truck streams. I just kind of prefer American Truck, which is weird because I don't really like America. I'm gonna run this. Probably get a ticket, but yep. Doflinger's one of my favorites too. Pretty good. Favorite One Piece arc? It's Enies Lobby all the way. Enies Lobby will always be my favorite One Piece arc. I very much doubt Oda will ever be able to write an arc I like more than that. Enies Lobby is just perfection in every regard. Especially if he keeps sidelining Frankie. My boy needs some more fucking spotlights put on him. Toto in the manga is my favorite anime character. I don't know what that means, but okay. What are your thoughts on Fire Punch? I honestly don't have like a very distinct thing to say about it. I feel like there is a really good story there that says a lot of things, but it's such a weird story that I didn't really come out of it with a good interpretation of it, so I need to read it again before I have a good interpretation of it. But what I can say is I enjoyed it. It had so much going for it. It was just like, Enies Lobby is one of the few arcs where there's like character development and character conflict on top of having a really well written and really intimidating villain. It's got Frankie, which is a major plus, and a focus on Frankie, which is a bigger plus. Enies Lobby to me is a big part of like where the story shifted. To me, like Enies Lobby is when they stopped playing pirates and started being pirates, because that's when shit starts to get serious. And I love it. I love it so much. The recent JJK manga chapters are literally insane in the best way possible. Yeah, I've been loving the recent JJK chapters. Frankie Best Straw Hat, based opinion. Frankie is my favorite character in any manga or anime ever. There is no character I love more than him. There's no person I love more than him. You seen Depression Mack doing a Fire Punch video? I'm not against it. I have to read it a few more times to like get an actual interpretation of it, because right now my thoughts on it are, I think it's good. Zoro is better? Wow. I can't believe you could be so wrong. When did you take the pictures for your stream thumbnails? They are screenshots pulled out of my videos. The one of me screaming is out of the emergence video. I'm kidding, of course. You're not wrong about Zoro being better. It's an opinion thing, but for me, Frankie is by far the best character in any piece of media. I love him so much. I love all of the Straw Hats. There is not one Straw Hat that I dislike. There are ones that I like more than others. But, like, there is no one Straw Hat that is my least favorite. It's the one that I love the least. Because I love all of them so much. Saw a Ryan video on Vinland Saga the other day. One of his points was that Thor's died from arrows instead of getting his head chopped off. What does that mean? Are they trying to say that arrows couldn't kill a man? Thor's was too strong to die from arrows. They should have just bounced off him like he's made of metal. If you had to get rid of one of the Straw Hats, who would it be? Fuck, I don't know, man. Wait, am I supposed to pull in here? Yes, I am. Let me say that my least loved character is Sanji. I am not the biggest fan of Sanji. I do love Sanji, but he's the character that I love the least. Just because the whole perversion thing gets old. But I would not want to remove him from the story. I would just want to change how he's written. Sanji has these moments in the story where he is such a cool character, but it tends to be overshadowed by the fact that he's just really annoying about the whole being a pervert thing. He said Thor's was built up to be unbeatable but died from arrows. That is the dumbest point I've ever read. They have watched too much shonen manga. They don't realize that Vinland Saga is based in reality and arrows hurt people. What's your favorite Berserk arc? I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. Whatever, like, the time period is where, like, it's Guts and the gang after they met Shirk and they are fighting against the trolls in the village. I love that part of the story. I love seeing that. I love Farness's character development. I love Shirk's character development. I love Guts' character development. I love it. It's just great all around. And from an action perspective, it's fucking great. Oh my god. Isn't Zoro a racist? I may be wrong, but he targets minorities. He doesn't target minorities. It's a dumb meme in the One Piece community because a lot of his enemies do have dark skin. He doesn't target them. Those are just the characters that Oda has him fight. Boruto got second place over One Piece. Like what in Manga Plus? People don't recognize how good One Piece is. Fishman Island, Sanji adding on to already not the best arc. I think Fishman Island is important, but I understand why people don't like it. I think it's important to show how much they've grown over the past 2 years, but it's not a very suspenseful or engaging arc because of how strong they are. One of his other point, I mean, one good point you can give Fishman Island is that it's arc. Fishman Island is that it's short. It doesn't, like, overstay its welcome, I don't think. One of his other points was that Thorfinn wanted to be honorable like his father and beat Ashlad in a duel, but he didn't listen to a father advice about how killing people is bad. Yeah, because he was too young to understand it. This guy just didn't understand the story. He bullied Usopp when he betrayed Luffy, but look, when the blue-eyed, blonde-haired kid leaves, it's chill. I don't like when people make that point at all. The circumstances were completely different. Completely different. What Usopp was doing was being selfish and immature. Sanji was trying to protect the rest of the crew. It's a completely different circumstance, and it shouldn't be treated as the same. I do not think Zoro would react the way that people think he would. Fisherman arc is boring. I don't think it's boring personally, but I understand why people don't like it so much. It's not my least favorite arc. My least favorite arc is Skypiea. I think Skypiea is boring. And I know that's kind of an unpopular opinion, but I really like Skypiea. When I was first reading One Piece, Skypiea is where I almost fell off and couldn't keep going. I stopped reading One Piece for like 6 months in the middle of Skypiea because I didn't like it. Now, mind you, I still like it because I like everything about One Piece, but Skypiea is the part of the story I enjoy reading the least. Tried getting into One Piece, but the art is too quirky for me, and art is playing into art manga. I can't agree with that one. I think One Piece's art style is perfect for the story it's telling. Maybe a more reasonable point on arrows is that Thor's needed to be ambushed to be killed. Still a dumb point since Vinland Saga is more grounded. I mean, he let himself get shot. It's not like Thor's couldn't have dodged the arrows. He let that happen. He knew what was going on. He knew his death would save everybody else, so he let it happen. That's 100% how that went down. Thor kills best waifu in anime manga. Based and factual opinion with the sauce. I need to get gas at some point. Funniest point was that Vinland Saga talked about religion but didn't spend enough time talking about God. I kind of think they did. I kind of think they did. Have you read or watched Hunter x Hunter? I have not. How did I crash into him? All right, whatever. I have not. I read the first 3 chapters and I wasn't into it. I need to give it another chance because people keep telling me I need to. Skypiea is based because of Enel. I did like Enel. There's a lot of things about Skypiea that I do love. I liked Enel as a villain. I liked the Skypiea's backstory between Noland and Calgara. I think it's one of the best backstories in the entire series. It is so fucking good. There are a lot of things that I do like about Skypiea, but it just drags. The pacing on it is abysmal. It drags on for so much longer than it needs to. Are you planning on making a review or reading Jujutsu Kaisen? I have read Jujutsu Kaisen. I do not have any plans for a video on it at this time. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't have anything right now. A lot of the reason some people don't like Skypiea is because the priest not having a lot of character and Luffy not being present. For me, it's just the pacing. I do like some of the priests. I mean, there's 2 of them that are extremely gimmicky. And I don't even remember the names because they're Hattori, I believe, is the ball guy. He's really annoying. And the guy who's super quirky and keeps like not talking because he's pursing his lips too hard. That guy's kind of annoying. I liked Ohm. Ohm was cool. Ohm was a cool villain. Walter White looking ass. Again, there's a lot of things that I do like about Skypiea. I just feel like it drags. It doesn't need to be as long as it is. Hunter x Hunter is an amazing anime. I just have to finish the series completely by reading the manga. I just watched Hunter x Hunter anime. It's better than the art in the manga is kind of bad. It was kind of rough in the beginning. But see, I'm willing to accept that. I'm willing to overlook like a bad art as long as the story is good. Right now, there's a story, the Ichinose family's 7 Deadly Sins, I think it's what it's called. Or maybe it's just Deadly Sins. Ichinose family's Deadly Sins, that might be it. The art direction is not great, but it's a really compelling story, so I like it a lot. The concept of us on floating island was awesome, though. See, here's the thing, though. Good world building, I thought it was really fun. But here's the thing, right? Like I was saying earlier, I don't have a least favorite Straw Hat. I have a least loved Straw Hat. That's how I feel about Skypiea. I don't dislike Skypiea. It's just not, it's just like in terms of One Piece arcs, it is my least, it is the one that I love the least. There are a lot of things that are really good about Skypiea and a lot of things that I like a lot about it. One thing that bugs me about Skypiea is the floating island thing. You have this amazing concept of a sky island. and Oda spends so little time actually on the Sky Island. You're immediately on Earth. Earth that is in the sky. And that's cool and all. But like, we're on Sky Island. Let them hang out on Sky Islands with clouds and shit, in my opinion. I don't want to see them exploring a goddamn forest. Do that on the ground. Want to see a Dark Souls anime? It's not impossible. You caught up on Berserk. I enjoyed your breakdown a year ago, the Golden Age and Black Swordsman arcs. I am caught up on Berserk. I want to make more videos about Berserk eventually. It's like one with his work on Mob Psycho and One Punch Man. Yeah, like he got success eventually because people realized that the story was good, even though the art was garbage. Nick Robin's a boring character. She's a quiet character. Boring is not the right way to describe her. She's a very interesting character and complex. If you're saying that because she's not as quirky and goofy as the other characters, then I'm going to disagree with you on that. Recent chapters are so thick with dialogue. Togashi might as well switch from manga to publishing a light novel at this point. Who is Togashi? What are we talking about? We're talking about Hunter x Hunter? Skype was full of foreshadowing. You guys don't have to defend. Why are you going so fucking slow? And now you got me to get into an accident. Get out of the fucking way! You guys don't have to defend Skypia for me. I'm not saying that Skypia is bad. It's just the arc that I like the least. Skypia used to be my most disliked arc, but then having an analysis on it really changes it to be my favorite. Well, I'm glad you can have that be your favorite. It's just not mine. I just don't like her as much as the rest of the Straw Hats. I don't think she's a boring character, though. Oh, my ass hurts. I really take a pounding in my bum for these streams. That's an added baby on board sticker. What are those stickers supposed to do? Do you think I'm gonna try to crash less when you have one of those stickers on your car? I'm not generally in the business of trying to get in accidents. I mean, obviously I'm not as careful in the game, and that's super not gonna change anything because your baby isn't real. But like IRL, when someone has a baby on board sticker in their car, how do they expect me to react to that? Oh, they've got a baby on board. I should drive more carefully. I'm not trying to drive recklessly. It changes nothing for me. Sticker, I hardly know her. Makes you want to crash into them more? Yeah, honestly. Should get one of those rubber things you'd put on chairs in elementary? What are you talking about? I joined One Piece during Dressrosa, so it's my favorite arc, but I can see why people don't like it. I also caught up to One Piece in the middle of Dressrosa. Somewhere I have written down the exact chapter that I caught up on. It was the chapter where Pika reveals like his giant statue form. I love Dressrosa. Dressrosa is a very good arc. Dressrosa is like top 5 for me. Most valid thing I can give them is trying to prevent honking. I would not do that. If you're driving like an asshole, I don't care if you have a baby on board. You deserve to hear it cry because you're driving like an idiot. Fuck you. Ooh, your boy is running on fumes. Where's the next gas station? I gotta keep an eye out. Oh my god, it's so far away! Well, hopefully I can make it till then. Holy shit. Or the Stickman family stickers that robbers would use to target people. That's a good use of those. Oh, that's a really pretty sight. Look at that. That's beautiful. Where are we right now? We got to be in Oregon, right? No, we're in Washington. We're by Seattle. We're driving into Seattle, folks. Look at that gorgeous ass water. I wonder if there are any graphical improvement mods for American Truck Sim. I like the way that it looks already, but I'm sure there's something you could do to make this game really pop. I'm just north of the border above Seattle. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful right there. I really like that. Right now, somewhere... Wow, this is really pretty. They did a good job making Seattle here. Somewhere around here, I got to turn off so I can get gas. I think it's after this turn. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, okay, so there's another set of exits, and then this is where I need to turn off. And holy shit, this is complex. I don't super know where I'm going to get off here, but we'll figure it out because I have to, because I need gas. Fuck. What? Hang on. Is there a way to turn off here that I can actually go to the left? I'm not sure there is. We'll figure it out when we get there. I wonder where they copied the world from. I know they take a lot of trips out to the locations they're making to, like, get ideas for how to make it. I feel really bad for them because right now the DLC they're working on are all like the mid-United States. You're talking about like Kansas and Oklahoma. And those are all parts of the country that are very boring to drive through. So there's a lot of people shit-talking them making DLC about those states at all. And it's like, dude, they're trying to do the whole US. They're not just going to skip over those states. Don't they use Google Maps now? I don't know what their process looks like. It's possible they reference Google Maps a little bit. I'm sorry for all the people who left Berserk because of 2016. Honestly, like, Berserk 2016 hurt us in a way that we will never recover from. Geoaggressive stream win. I've thought about doing one of those. Could be funny. I didn't drive out of Seattle, right? We're still on the way? Okay, good. Maybe I should get off here and drive up. No, I can't. It doesn't connect. I really don't know where I'm supposed to get off here that will lead me to the gas station. I don't even know if it's possible. Oh, wait. No. If I turn off here, I bet I can turn left and then... Yeah, that might work. It depends on how these roads overlap. Don't talk about Berserk 2016. I'm sorry to bring up PTSD. All right, so we're gonna try this exit here. And hopefully we can turn. Yes, excellent. Okay, I found the way to the gas station. But the Twitter babies who left Berserk are bigots? Who left Berserk? I don't know if that's true. Do you know Joshua Graham is a character in this game? My favorite character in all media? I've never heard of Joshua. I don't know who that is. Is that the Fallout New Vegas guy that everyone keeps talking about? I think Kojimura is doing great with the recent chapters. He's one of my favorite mangas. I've never read his other work, but I do think he's doing a good job, and I think people need to chill and let him cook rather than expecting him to be perfect right away. You should try Vagabond. It's another manga, really good and like Berserk. I have had that recommended to me a lot. I will eventually get around to it. The bandaged man. He do be kind of bandaged, don't he? Oh man, we're so close to our destination. If I could have just avoided stopping. But we're gonna play it safe. Besides, I've got like 10 hours left on this job and only have an hour left of driving. What's Vagabond about? I can't answer that question. If someone in the comments, if someone in chat wants to answer that question without somehow giving away major spoilers in your summary, I would appreciate that. I just know it's about a sad man with a sword, so basically the same as Vinland Saga and Berserk. Man sword, learn how to be Giga Chad. I like Fat Ass's description better, not gonna lie. Is this... No, it's the other side. How much money am I spending on gas today? Whoo! $9.99, baby! That's some expensive ass gas. I want to check on my new driver. How's he doing? Right now, he is profiting $600 a day. That's it? My man Edgar's pulling $5,000 a day. What do you... You have a higher rating than him. And you're barely getting paid more. Get to fucking work, dude. How many jobs have you done? You've done one job. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. I did not know Chuck Testa, no. Fucking, I tried so hard to take this, to get in here on a wide turn so I wouldn't get stuck, and yet I still fucking managed it somehow. Alright, now let's take this nice and wide. Come on. Keep going. Come on, force it through. There we go. That's what she said. Nathan is not pulling his weight. He's got to have his anime training arc where he improves and gets better. Because otherwise he's going to get fucking fired. I ain't carrying dead weight in my trucking company. This, whenever I play this game, it just makes me want to visit certain locations. Like, this makes me want to go up north to Washington and just chill out for a bit. Because, like, there's some really pretty areas they've modeled for this game. I'm so close to Seattle now. I just got to take, like, a 3-day weekend and go visit Seattle. How do you people in the States get manga in bookstores? I mean, some bookstores just carry them. I tend to buy my manga digitally. I personally, I prefer to read things digitally. I feel like I get better visual clarity and I can examine the pages better because I can, like, zoom in on them. I'm a big digital reader. I know some people like to actually have the book in their hands and like flip through the pages, but personally, I'm more of a digital guy. I'm really curious about how skill transfer from this game might work. Like if you're super good at driving a truck in this game, probably be really good at like, I don't know, in real life, flying Euro Truck Sim. If I ever get like enough money to, maybe I'll do like a live stream where I like attend trucking school for a day and we see if my skills transfer over at all. We'll see if I can back a truck in real life. That'd be a fun stream. But we obviously find a way to do it legally, because streaming while driving is not safe. We'd find a way to do it. We'd find a way to do it legally. That'd be fun as fuck. Should check out Vancouver, BC sometime too. I'm gonna check out Vancouver, but I'm just gonna go to the Linus office and knock on their door, and I'm sure they'll appreciate that. I'm sure they don't get bothered by people all the time. They're in Vancouver, right? Or are they in Quebec? I don't remember now. I thought it was Vancouver, but now I'm not sure. Yeah, Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble has a lot of manga. They're actually pretty lit about it. It is VC. Okay, sweet. I think Guy already streams his truck driving. I mean, that's definitely a thing. But what I'm talking about is taking someone who's never driven an 18-wheeler before and having a stream where, like, I drive one for the first time and we see whether or not my American truck driver skills transfer over. And his business got hacked. His channel got hacked. Fucking streamed some crypto scam shit for a bit before YouTube shut that shit down. Speaking honestly, like, with no frame of reference to go off of, I actually think my American truck driving skills would probably transfer decently well, especially since I drive with, like, this USB steering wheel. I get to, like, feel how long it takes to brake, how long it takes to accelerate and stuff like that. To get it perma-bans, no, they got it back. They got it back. How long is stream gonna be? I probably won't stream too much longer. I can't. I wish I could do like 8-hour-long American truck sim streams, but like it's really tiring to sit in this position for a long time, and I can't really move a lot to like get more comfortable because I have to keep my feet on the pedals. So I'll probably end the stream after this job, which we are now 11 minutes in game time, which is like no time at all away from ending. We're like 2 minutes away, basically. Drive hammered, get nailed. They shouldn't put that sign up there because I would love to get nailed right now. Ugh. Nail me, daddy. Excited for Elden Ring DLC? I am. I hope they won't make some of the mistakes that I didn't like about the base game again, but we'll see. I'm sure I'll enjoy it either way. I'm about to crash into this gate if I'm not careful. How do you feel about characters with insane determination? I love a good determined character. Because I think determination is a very important quality in real life, too. And I personally like to believe that determination gets rewarded, and I like seeing that in characters. I mean, like, One Piece, for example, was a big motivator for me as I grew up and got older, because I liked seeing characters who so unapologetically followed their dreams. Fuck. I need to turn harder than that, then. I might not. This parking job's gonna be harder than I thought it was. Yeah, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Vadi's gonna have a fun time explaining when it does take place. When does it take place? Good old Vadi, doing the Lord's work. Is the One Piece real? The One Piece! The One Piece is real! Alright. So now I need to kind of time this turn really well. Is that... I can't see too good. Is that... that truck is in front of where I need to park it, so I just need to aim for, like, that spot. What about the two-piece? No comment. Might be about to crash into that truck. Yeah. I love when real life truck drivers fly outside of their truck like 20 feet away from it so they can gauge their turn better. See, this is a skill that I think would transfer really well. No, that's not what I want, that's not what I want. I'm still not really sure what I'm delivering here. It really does look like a weapon. Don't tell me to skip parking. Have you ever driven a real truck in real life? I have not. I learned a bit of parking, or trailer parking, when I was in high school. I worked for a lawn care company for a little bit. And the guy who drove the trailer told me how to park with a trailer, which transferred into this game pretty well. Like a drum of... This looks like a drum of asphalt to you? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Well, I wouldn't get arrested for arms dealing. I'm just a driver. It's the people that paid me that are going to get in trouble. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Incredible parking job. Sometimes it takes me a while to get it right, but I always get it right eventually. Better fuel economy. need sleep and gas. Bow, 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 bow. I also need to discover whatever this question mark is. Open the damn gate, let me out! I'm not staying here, I don't work for you, I'm a free agent. I have no home. That family deserved it, let's be real about that. Truck fixed. It's the prequel for Fallout. Never. I would never set off a nuke in a major populous center because I'm a very safe and a well-trained truck driver. Shit, don't, shut up. I have never killed a small family. I have returned how many victims have we amassed? 0. None. There have been no crashes in this stream, and anybody who says so is wrong. How you doing, Jenkins? Welcome to the stream. I gotta get a third truck driver so that my garage is full and I'm not just paying for a bunch of upkeep. Holy Lord Jesus. I don't know where this family of 4 is coming from. This is fake news. There have been no deaths on this stream. Jenkins. Yuck these nuts. Man, truck drives so much faster when you're not pulling several tons of what appears to be military-grade weaponry. Let's not get pulled over by this cop. How much money do I have? I probably should have, like, $236,000. I could have bought a truck just now and filled out that last slot in my garage. I was right next to a truck dealership and a recruitment agency, but fuck it. I mean, really, we need my boy Nathan to start pulling his weight. $664 a day. That's it. Unbelievable. You need to look up to my man Edgar, my man Jacksepticeye up here, pulling $5,000 a day. That's great. That's fucking awesome. So pleasant. It's so pleasant to just drive for a bit in the rain. Just enjoy like the greenery as the rain falls down. Top of the morning to you, ladies. Yeah, Nathan's fucking sleeping in the back of my truck, taking advantage of my hospitality, giving him a fucking 6-figure job. I don't know how much money he's making, but he's getting paid well for the nothing he's doing. We didn't really get a chance to look at the back of the truck, did we? Because I was distracted by driving. Yeah, you got a cute little nook back there. I imagine there's a bed behind me, or maybe that thing up there kind of pulls open and there's a bed on top, or maybe something folds down to make a bed. I don't know. I know there's a sleeper cabin, but thoughts on the last chapter of One Piece? It's always the one you least expect, isn't it? Every single time. I had theories. I had thoughts on certain characters. I thought it was going to be somebody else, but I did not expect that one. And that's the beautiful thing about One Piece. No matter how much you try to predict what Oda's gonna do, you just never can. 6 figs? You think I had 6 figs in my truck? In that giant, what looked like a rocket ship, there was just 6 figs sitting in there? Sounds about right. Oh, Jaden, you're talking about the like 1079, aren't you? We don't talk about spoilers on this channel. I don't read spoilers. I wait for the official release. So, I accidentally spoiled myself, so luckily you didn't spoil me. But we only talk about the official releases. I think trucks usually have a beds right above the driver's cab, but I think it's up above me. That could be. Driver Nathan V couldn't find a job and had to return empty. Nathan, what the fuck? Fuel and maintenance costs are 901. That's more money than he's made. You have cost me negative money now. Nathan, you fucking suck, dude. Do we need to get Edgar in his cab to like train him on how? Edgar's working with a worse truck, by the way. Edgar has a worse truck. Nathan's got like a big, beefy fucking Thanos truck, and he's pulling it. He's doing shit all with it. Give him a break! Why should I give him a break? He doesn't deserve a goddamn break. Can I reassign from here who's driving what truck? He doesn't deserve that truck. I can upgrade my 2 slots. How much does it cost to upgrade? $108,000? No thanks. I'm pissed. Fire him at this point. He kind of doesn't deserve to wear. I'm going to keep giving him a chance, but fuck this dude. Honestly. Nuke him. He's trying his best. He's not! He isn't! He failed to even find a job. He's like your dad. Just lazing about at the house all day long, never doing anything. Lazy piece of shit. Fuck that guy. Good content, funny lore. Funny, my drivers are screwing me over lore. Funny, I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on a truck for him to make me $600. And then he lost me another 1,000. What a piece of shit. I have put 50 hours into American Truck Sim. How many hours have I put into Euro Truck? 37. I put a lot of off-stream time into Euro Truck. Nikola Tesla and Record of Ragnarok. Is that real? I don't know anything about Record of Ragnarok. I'm going to keep streaming a little bit longer while I unpack my wheel. Oh, my camera froze for some reason. Probably from unplugging stuff. There we go. Soon to watch it though. It seems very good. Are we talking about Record of Ragnarok still? Animation is quite literally a slideshow. That sounds great. Windows 11 sound, Windows 11 installation. Upgraded my i7 7700K was not compatible with Windows 11, so when I got a new CPU, I was finally able to upgrade. Are you an angel with a shotgun? No. I'm quite afraid of guns, and any sane person should be, and probably shouldn't own them. Definitely shouldn't own them. I don't think there's a valid reason to ever own a gun. Okay, well, hunting is one thing, I guess. You can hunt. Hunting's important. Owning a gun for self-defense, quote-unquote, though? You're better off running away instead of trying to shoot at somebody. How much does American Simulator cost? I believe the base game is like $20. Yeah, it's $20 for the base game. But the base game only includes like 3 or 4 states. After that, you have to buy each additional state, and they can be kind of expensive. But if you buy them on sale, they're not that expensive. So, Montana, Texas, Wyoming, Colorado, Idaho, Utah, Washington, Oregon, New Mexico, Arizona. Arizona was free, actually. And then Oklahoma and Kansas haven't been released yet. I may get to it today. I may not. Death and Roses. My laptop auto went to Windows 11 and I reverted to Windows 10 in a few minutes. Windows 11 isn't bad. I don't have a problem with it. I thought I was going to hate it because, like, when they first showed it off, it really just looked like they wanted it to be the Apple OS or Mac OS. It looked just like Mac OS and I hated it, but luckily there's a lot of customization options that basically make it the exact same as Windows 10. So I'm okay with them adding features like having your taskbar in the middle and having that like floating app bar thing, as long as you have the option to get rid of it if you want to. That's the big problem I have with a lot of like changes that companies often make, is that you frequently aren't given a choice. Like when Steam had their whole like UI upgrade and you weren't given a choice and you were forced into it, and there are a lot of us, including me, that still don't like it. I can't get behind shooting for sport. I can't get behind that. But then like they made a change to they added something to Discord recently, where if you're a Discord Nitro member, you can change the appearance of your Discord and make it all fancy looking. But they didn't force it on you. You don't have to use this. It's an option. It's customization, and that's great. As long as you aren't forcing me to make a change that I don't want to make, we're good. We're good, baby. I like running my taskbar on top of Windows 11. On top, and Windows 11 wouldn't let me do it. I couldn't imagine wanting to do that, so can't comment on that. Do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? Yo, no, I do not. I have played, although do not frequently play, Magic the Gathering. I am more of a collector than I am a player. This is my big book of Magic cards that is mostly empty. Well, it's not mostly empty. There's a good number of pages filled. I like collecting Magic cards, but I don't really play the game much. These are my Strixhaven Japanese art cards that are fucking sick. What else do I got in here? Those are Strixhaven, not Japanese exclusive. Got some Kaldheim in here. I got a lot of cool cards. I'll tell you that much. And they're very pretty. I also have in my desk my sick Godzilla exclusive art cards, if the camera will focus on them. It's one of my favorites, Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla is cool as fuck. My Gigan card. Thing's lit. Do you have a colossalification card? I don't believe I do. I don't know what that is. Colossalification? I don't think that's a word. No, I do not have that card. I got Godzilla Magic crossover cards. Yeah, I got those too. They're fucking sick, aren't they? I love these things. The Shin Godzilla card is one of my favorites. I don't have all of them. I want all of them, but it's kind of expensive. But I got both the Space Godzillas, and I got 3 Godzillas, and I got a Gigan card. So I like those. I really play TCG as well. Spend more time collecting than playing. I like enjoying the art, and I like pulling a card that is sick. You know. I really enjoy doing that. I'm a big Godzilla fan. I've watched Godzilla like my entire life. The only Magic cards I own, very sick move. That's awesome. I love that. I raves about paper NFTs. Wow, what a way to put it. I have some Magic sets that I used to do card pack opening streams, but there was a period of time where thanks to inflation I was just too poor to buy cards, so I had to kind of stop doing that. But I have some card sets still that I could open on stream, and I am making a lot more money now, so I could probably start buying Magic cards again. They were fun streams. I wouldn't be against doing them again. I don't know if people actually liked them or not, but I like doing them. And the SH Monster Arts Gigan figure makes you happy. I got. Let me pull up a picture of this. I build Gundam kits. You can see my bookshelf on my bookshelf back there. I build a lot of Gundam kits. I bought this really fucking sick model kit. Let me show it to you guys. It is a Mecha Godzilla model kit, styled with the color scheme of Unit 1 from Evangelion. You see this thing? I have this. I haven't built it yet. It's still in a box. But it's fucking sick. So, that's pretty lit. There's also a version of this using Unit 3's color scheme. Yeah, this here. But I didn't like that as much. So. Super Galaxy Garn model kit is releasing. Is there a Super Galaxy one? I know there's No, didn't that already release? Oh, it's still on pre-order, I think. I have the Gurren Lagann one. You can barely see it back there. This is the drill right here. I have the Rasengan, which I haven't built, and then I want to get the Tengen Toppa one. Yu-Gi-Oh can get out of hand fast. Yu-Gi-Oh's... See, the nice thing about Magic is that unlike Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, the prices aren't really stupid and insane. So, if you want like a cool card, it's probably not going to be that expensive to buy. Like the Godzilla cards, I think the most expensive one I bought was like $5. It wasn't that bad. And the most expensive Magic card I've ever pulled was $70. and that was like pretty high by Magic standards. I don't think it cost $70 anymore, just because it was new at the time, but. That's how curious you should have looked in Tokyo SOS. Cat Tower blocking it? Yeah, I know. I can grab it. Give me a second. I was really happy when they started making these because before this, there were really no good Gurren Lagann model kits. And I was surprised by that because they're so sick looking. And I'm such a Gurren Lagann fan, I really wanted to have good Gurren Lagann model kits. But so when these started releasing, I immediately bought them. I still need to pre-order the Super Galaxy one. I don't even know if I'll be able to, but it's a bit pricey. It's like $80. Yu-Gi-Oh prices are relaxed unless you're trying to get collectors. I really want to open the Kamigawa set. I was too poor at the time to afford Kamigawa Neon Dynasty cards, and I really want to because I think they're really cool. But I have an entire set booster box of Japanese exclusive Strixhaven cards that I'm just holding on to for a really nice day. The longer I go without opening that box, the cooler it'll be when I do. Because I liked opening the first set so much that I had to buy a second box. And then I also have Unsolicited, which is like their third set of joke cards. I love the joke cards. I think they're hilarious. I've heard, like, from a game perspective, the game has been a bit goofy and maybe not as fun to play as a result. But in terms of like collecting, Magic's really popped off in terms of like releasing some really cool shit to collect. I'm just now finding out that there are JP full art Kamigawa cards that look really cool. They look like woodblock paintings for the lands. I kind of want one of these. These are cool. 5 pieces of Exodia are real. The unsets are a lot of fun. I really like them a lot. I really wish I could get some like unopened sets of the original unset. I forget what it's called. There's, if I remember correctly, Unchained, Unsolicited, and Unfuckable. Magic Unfinity? What the fuck is that? Unhinged. That's what it was. Unhinged was the first set, I believe. Yeah, 2004. That's the first set. I really wish I could find some like unopened, unhinged card packs, but they're like impossible to find. Or at least impossible to find without being extraordinarily expensive. Let's see. Here's a pack of 3. Actually, this price ain't bad. Is this 3 of them, or are you just buying one? Oh, it's just one. Yeah, so this is one pack of Unhinged for $22. I guess that's not that bad. I could justify buying like 1 or 2. Someone's selling a factory sealed booster box for $800. Played Magic for the first time with a green deck, super fun, and it was 6 away. It was a 6-way commander game. Man, that's a really rough game to do for your first time, but I'm glad you had fun. Magic is a fun game. I just don't have like people to play with, and I'm also not that good at playing it. I'm not very good at strategizing, so I always play red or black. Mostly red. I really enjoy collecting the cards, and opening packs is a lot of fun. Like just buying the good cards is not fun to me. I don't just want to just have the fun cards, except for the Godzilla ones. I did buy those, but I really enjoy like opening packs. I think that's a lot of fun. Buy the booster box, no balls. I don't think that's a good idea. It is extremely tempting, but I don't think it's a good idea. Anyone else just hold on to their trading cards from childhood? Like, I've got my Hollow Shadowless first edition Mewtwo shorts, garbage condition, but about PSA -2. But it's, yeah, I still have all of my original Magic cards. Here's probably one of the ones that's in the worst condition, so I have it in a plastic sleeve. This Deathbringer Thoktar is from like Magic 2013 or 2012 core set, and it's got like peeling. It's a foil card that's peeling underneath the plastic. It's in garbage condition. I've got like an entire box of Magic cards from when I was a kid that at some point I had dumped water on by accident, so they are in just complete shit condition. This no, not that one. Where is it? I know I have that card in here somewhere. Some of my friends will do a draft every year or two. Those are fun, even if I would go 1-4 every time. It's just it's enjoyable to do that. Think about it. Just do a box opening stream and make the $800 back easy. You are far overestimating how much I make off of these streams. My cousin's house got broken into and our decks of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic were sold along with 30-inch Tubi TV. Well, I guess the thieves really knew what they should be looking for. That sucks, though. I'm sorry to hear that. There's a card I'm looking for in here. I can't find it. I don't remember what page I put it. I would have thought I would have it towards the front, but I might have put it in later. Let's see if I can find it. These are all cards I pulled recently. This is really good. This was not the card I was looking for, but this is a really good pull. This is a mythic rare foil extended art Eradicator Valkyrie. That's a really cool card. It wasn't worth that much, but I was just really happy to pull something like that. I'm really glad that Magic started doing the set boosters, because they're more like collector oriented. They're like slightly more expensive, not very, and you have a higher chance of pulling like the limited art cards or stuff like that. I really like those a lot. Someone with 10 to 20K subs isn't making much money at all. Not really. Why don't I have? Where's my Lily? Oh, it's in a deck. I'm an idiot. I'll be right back. I want to grab my box of cards. So these are all my cards that aren't collector worthy. These are the garbage cards. I have a fucking ton of them. I'm not sure which box it's in. I have 0 luck with packs. I have okay luck, I think. It's not this pack. It's not this box. After Inside Edition ran a bit on Pokemon cards, my mom suggested I go find my childhood collection and see if we could sell it. For some reason, treats Inside Edition as a legitimate news source. Boomers be like. That's all I can say to that. This might be it. That's not the deck. That's not the deck. Ah, here you are. Liliana of the Dark Realm. This was back in the day when Planeswalkers were not as easily attainable as they were now. Back when Core 2014 was released, Planeswalkers were still really rare, and I pulled this Liliana of the Dark Realms out of a booster pack, and I was really happy about it. This is one of this is like a core memory pulling this card. You know, I want to know if you can run ads on your streams. I can. I don't, but I can. I do have like pre-roll and mid-roll. I do like pre-roll and end rolls, but I don't run mid-rolls. I think that's annoying. I should probably get this card into a sleeve or something like that, but since it's in a deck. Never pulled a Planeswalker. It's a lot easier these days because they're not rare anymore. Anybody can pull a Planeswalker. All right, on the past like couple sets, let me take a look. Let me see how many Planeswalkers I pulled on the past few sets that I've done. 1, 2. Three. Some of these Japanese cards might be Planeswalkers. I'm just not aware. 4. 5. So 5. I've pulled 5 Planeswalkers across like 3 sets. But back in the day, it was really hard to pull a Planeswalker, and I was really excited when I pulled that Liliana. That made me really excited. Yeah, I think I got to get it back into buying more Magic cards now that I've got the money again, because it's just, I haven't opened anything in a long time, and it's so much fun. I also might need to buy some... I also might need to buy, like, not just buying packs, but also buying some of the set boxes, because I do really like getting the exclusive D20s. They're a lot of fun. Remember correctly, this gold one is yeah, that's Calathime. I recognize the symbol. This one's from the Fairy Tale one that I can't remember the name of. And this one, I don't know what set this came out of. M21, Core 21. And then I also have this one, which, if anybody recognizes that symbol, I do not remember what set that's from. Maybe from Guilty Gear is adorable. I don't know what the relevance of that is, but okay. Trying to look up a set that I pulled a Planeswalker from, and the first suggestion for MTG Draft was Simulator. Is that a thing? MTG Draft Simulator. What is that? Draft Sim. Select an expansion. What is this? Wait, did they do another joke card set without me knowing? Oh my god, there's another joke card set out. Unfinity? Oh shit, I need to pick up some Unfinity. I am not missing out on another joke card set. Those things are fucking great. The box sets aren't even that expensive. $90 for a box set? I have to pick up an Unfinity booster box. That's a crazy good price for a booster box. Booster boxes are usually like $120. I haven't bought a set with the D20 yet either. I'll do my Unfinity box opening with my Grotto Beasts box set opening. That's fucking awesome. I didn't know there was another joke card set out. I don't know how I missed that. It was a 2022 set. Released October 7th. So it's a new set. It's still a relatively new set. Fuck, man. That's awesome. I need that. Do they have set boosters or is it just draft boosters? I think it's just draft boosters. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not buying collector boosters. Collector boosters are way too expensive, but. Commander I used for my first game, Amara Solve the Accord. Never heard of it. I don't know about boxes well enough. Cheapest Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster boxes cost $45. Wow, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is kind of cheap, huh? Double Masters 2022. I forgot they did another Double Masters. Okay, let's try to do a card opening simulator. A draft sim. Pick a card. What card looks prettiest? Let's go off of that. I kind of like these Cryptic Spires. Augur Spree's kind of cool too. I'm going to go with Cryptic Spires. First card pick, make your second pick from this pack. So wait, did it like simulate a pack opening just now? What if I do it again? No, it's the same cards. No, it isn't. It isn't. It's different cards. Okay, so that's kind of not fun just seeing all of them all at once though. If I can give some constructive criticism here, draftsim.com. You gotta have like an animation of like a pack getting open, and then I want to flip through each card. I don't want to see all of them all at once. That's kind of lame. What if I do sealed? Will that? Oh my god! I think that's just the entire set. I don't know what this is. This is low-key sad. I don't really understand who this is for. Let me just pick a bunch of cards. How many cards do I get to pick? Is the idea that like I take turns with somebody or something like that? What is this? I'm confused. Maybe I just don't know how drafting works. I don't know. Okay, so now I need to spend $800 on the unhinged box set, $80 on an Unfinity box set. Fuck, man. I'm just thinking about how expensive it's going to be for me to get back into Magic. But fuck, I love opening Magic cards. It's so much fun. I can't help it. Anyway, I'm just sitting here talking about Magic cards now, so it's probably time for me to end stream. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you as always. Card streams coming back soon so I can justify buying them in the first place, I guess. GBS Yu-Gi-Oh! Box sets. Oh, Kashtara is 1,000. Ooh. It's a bit pricey. Buy singles, kids. Love you too, Ninja. Appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.